So last session, after Raine had met up with Danica, Raine immediately went to speak with Melanie. You guys headed into a bedroom closet, found one of the stashed kazoos, and Raine explained what had transpired between the two. Apparently, earlier on, Raine and Danica stole a sapphire that was able to shock you if you touched it for a
Oh, weird.
client.
Was this just to be sure? Because I forget. I remember it was during one of our breaks. Was it our most recent break or the one before that?
The one before.
Okay.
So this was a while back. So yeah, it took a little while before she realized that, oh, maybe it's related to the other crystal that when you touched it, it almost kills you with poison. Yeah, it could be related to that. Who would have thunk? Um, so yeah, she had realized it might be one of the five elemental crystals needed to rebuild the dragon spear. So you guys, Melanie and Raine decided to talk to Zaitari to figure out what they should do. While you visited Zaitari in the baths, you guys learned that she was engaged. Yay!
Yay.
Yay. While this was happening, Aoife went to the library, did a little research on Shar to see if she gelled with her. Seems like she was cool. She stole a book. She stole a page from a book. However, was spotted by Nenreen, and then Step of the Wind was out of the library. Yeah. And then Raine, Zaitari, and Millie decide, hey, we should talk to Aoife for when Raine has to talk to Danica about her client and the things to be stolen. And then they had a little powwow outside the library because obviously Nenreen was still pissed off about the book. So spoke about that. Aoife agreed. After this meeting concluded, and after Zaitari informed informed Alexandria about what was going on with the crystal and that someone else was looking for them, Melanie got a message from Chambers saying there's some villagers from Anda and they need to talk to you because there's some concerning things happening to their village. So Melanie went downstairs to talk to the small group of people that had walked from the village to Rosewater Keep, and apparently there were a ton of ravens that were hanging around the village, lots of howling wolves, and everything accumulated to Cynthia, one of the milkmaids, seeing a flaming horse with a rider on it, and she hadn't really stopped crying since because now she thinks she's gonna die because it's an ill omen. Yeah. Melanie said she'd take care of it. Told the group, hey, chill out at the tavern for a night because this Cynthia needs to calm down. And bringing one of the other members of the group, Timothy, who volunteered to be a guide for you to the nearby woods where the flaming horse was seen, you guys headed off in the morning to Anda. You got to Anda. There were a lot of ravens there. Just like Hitchcock's like the birds situation. None of the ravens attacked. They were just like, sup, kind of. So you guys, Timothy led you guys to Boggs Hollow. While you guys were before you guys headed there, there was some research done about local legends, and there was a local legend that there was a hag there and it cursed somebody at one point. So Boggs Hollow was probably that area. You went there, discovered, hey, yeah, there is a dude here on a flaming horse named Sir Roland. Apparently, he was a Death Knight, and he had done some bad things in his life, and he was on his way to redeeming himself. The problem is, every time he asked people if they needed help, they kind of ran away in fear because he kind of brings, the ravens and the howling wolves, and he has a flaming horse with, sharp, jagged teeth. Even though the horse's name is Nutters, he's still a frightening horse, apparently. So, he was trying to figure out the curse of Boggs Hollow for his final deed, so he can finally go and take his long nap. Uh, he figured it was something inside. You guys figured it was something inside the mound. So Melanie was turned into a death weasel.
Albino death weasel.
Albino death weasel. Yep.
Albino death weasel. Albino is important. Turned into an albino death weasel, burrowed into the earth, and hit something. Melody proceeded to skunk herself as she was flung in the air by two undead dragons that came out from the thing she had struck. You guys proceeded to then with.
I'm sorry, she whatted herself?
So albino death weasels are able to project a musk that is able to incapacitate their foes. And if you're in a tunnel that you carved with your own feet, then there's not a lot of place for the musk to go. And so
I see.
yeah.
Okay. Moving on.
As one does to themselves in a tunnel where gas is trapped.
Sure.
Yeah. So out popped out these two big undead dragons. They has fight with Sir Roland. And once the dragons were dispatched, Sir Roland was like, "Yo, peace," and was able to move on. Nutters, with one last parting macaroon, I believe that you gave him, skipped planes, seeing that he was no longer needed as a mount. And during this process, Timothy had soiled himself, so he asked for the sash that Sir Roland was wearing.
Oh no, that's why he got the sash?
Yeah.
I thought he wanted a swanky belt.
No, he had soiled himself. Because there were two giant undead dragons that popped out of the ground. Also, there was a nightmare and a death knight. So he was pretty scared.
I'm sorry, who is Timothy?
He was the guy that...
Timothy was our guide.
Yeah.
Okay, from the village?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why did you choose this person as your guide?
He volunteered.
He volunteered.
Yeah, we asked for volunteers. We weren't going to make somebody do this for us.
Okay, fair enough.
So, yeah, and yeah, he completed last deed thanks to you guys, and you guys wanted Melanie wanted to gather his sword and stuff, right?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and pick up everything that was left behind. I don't know how much disappeared with him and how much was left, but I figured I would take it to whoever survives him. So
okay, I need to take a look at his inventory, so give me a sec. Talk amongst yourselves.
By the way, I might be super cursed after doing this, so there's that. Don't know. It is a Death Knight skier. Count?
Well, if you're cursed, we'll figure it out.
Sorry, I forgot that I was on push to talk. If you want, Zaitari, as per always, has her bag of holding. I could give you some of her scarves, and we could just drop the items into that until we get back to the keep.
Yeah, that's fine with me. We can take a look at them later. I just wanted to take them with us just in case they were useful and or even take them to the family and be like, hey man, your weird lost uncle, great uncle, totally redeemed himself. So cool beans. Here's just clothes.
Yeah,
Phil
was the one who can do the detect magic and the identify. I have none of those abilities.
Okay. So these are the following things he has left behind. He has left behind his great sword. So you just put Sir Roland's great sword. Let's see. Apparently there was the belt is with Timothy. his helmet, his black plate armor, if you wish to take that, and and in the helmet is his skull.
Hmm. Yeah, you know what? I'll take that just in case.
Okay, cool. That's it. That's
Nothing
all.
else. We can have another home for a crab that, you know.
That pissed off a mutilation god. Sure. Yeah. But yeah, that is all he has left behind.
Okay, that's fine. I'll go ahead and collect it all with Zaitari scarves and toss it in the bag and just be like, we'll let Tilda look at this later.
Okay. Where are you guys headed now?
We'll head back to the village and let them know that, hey, it's cool. You won't get murdered if you go in the forest. You know.
Okay. So Pietro, and some of the others, they thank you. They offer you 5 bags of grain if you wish to take it from their recent harvest, and 3 sacks of apples, and a bag of walnuts.
Sure, I'll have him put it in the bag of holding.
Okay. Yeah, they don't really. You can tell by the looks of them, they don't really have much in monetary value, but they can spare some produce.
However they want to show their appreciation is totally fine.
Oh, and there is a cask of moonshine if you wish to take it too. They also offer that.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, 1 cask of moonshine. The older gentleman with the wonky eye warns you it's pretty strong.
I think we'll be fine, but thank you for the warning.
He gives you like a crooked smile and a thumbs up. You notice that when he gives you the thumbs up with the right hand, the tip of the thumb is missing. Totally a guy you can trust with moonshine.
It'll be fine.
He'll be perfectly fine.
We might go blind. Don't feed this to customers from the tavern.
Yeah. Once we get everything from everybody, I'll kind of pull everybody to the side. So I don't have teleport today, so I can't get us back to the mansion or the keep very easily. But we could take the cart back, just ride there overnight, I suppose. Or we could stay here in my mansion.
Okay.
I definitely recommend the latter.
We can stay in the mansion. That's fine with me.
Alrighty, well, prepare to be amazed. And I'll find somewhere, we'll walk a ways off from the village. Somewhere where they won't be like, holy shit, what's this door that's appearing out of nowhere? And I'll take however much time I think it's like 10 minutes or whatever, to cast the door. And the doors will open, and I'll say, after you all, please make yourselves at home.
Okay, you cast your mansion, and you got your swanky mansion that you could stay for the night. Nice. Tilda, what are you doing?
Well, when last we left Tilda, she was in the library, trying to bond with the shards. Also, I forgot to mention this, and I kept telling myself, write a message to Darrett over the past couple of weeks, and I always didn't because I'm dumb. But I did want to send a message to a sending bell message to Rosamond. and say, because she had sent me a paper message, I believe, and say, whenever and wherever you'd like to meet is, um, just let me know and I will be there. Just to, you know,
Okay.
that
You.
kind of thing.
All right. You get the simple message back that that she'll meet you at the keep in 2 days.
Rosewater Keep?
Yeah.
Okay. Because otherwise, Tilda was going to go home, spend some time with Theo. But if Rosamond's coming in 2 days, then she might just stay at Rosewater and, yeah, be chilling with the Shards of Dawn.
Okay. So you're just chilling like in the library.
Yeah. I think that's Tilda's kind of favorite place, to be perfectly honest.
Okay.
Um,
So while you're there,
mm.
Chambers comes by, and she says, "Hi, Lady Matilda. I have a package for you from
Oh,
your husband."
oh,
She lifts the obviously very heavy package,
uh-huh.
and would you like me to open it?
I can open it.
Okay. She
As long as you just put it here on the table.
and it lands on the table in like a solid
Yeah.
thump.
Did he send me bricks? What the fuck? Um,
Yes, the bricks are supposed to help you sleep at night because you're pregnant or something.
he just picked up a whole bunch of rocks from the
I read
garden.
it in a book. These rocks will help you, I swear.
Exactly. They'll remind you of home. I will open up the package.
All right. Inside the package, there are these dark bottles labeled mint, lilac, rose, eucalyptus. Apparently, it appears to be bottles of essential oils, and several scent diffusers where you can put a tiny tea candle and put the oil on top, and it will. Um, Burn the oil and release the
see.
smell. Yes.
He got dropped. He got pulled into that multi-level marketing scheme.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is Theo an anti-vaxxer now? We need to use essential
Please no.
oils to cure all the ailments.
I am sure it is just to help Tilda relax and be.
Oh, I know. It would pain Darren too deeply to even admit, like, to create a character that would do such a thing.
I think
Unless
so,
it was a
yeah.
villain.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, and with the simple note that just says, I found these at the market. Thought they might help with your nausea if you continue to have it. See you soon. Love you, Theo.
Tilda just kind of
There's
smiles.
there's about probably 35 different bottles of oils in here.
Of course, there.
These aren't like the small bottles. These are like at least the 16-ounce. Like you're not you weren't even sure where they essential oils came in 16-ounce jars.
Like a
Not
mason
complaining.
jar at that point?
Pretty much, yeah. It's like the pasta jars.
He must have bought out like the whole fucking apothecary. Holy shit.
That's my hubby. Tilda dismisses Chambers and then says, sends a sending. What the hell was that? Nobody's gonna own up to it?
I think that was.
It was me.
I guess that was mine. Come on.
It was me. It was me. I'm sorry. I took all the stitches out of my thing by accident, and then I had to like try to very carefully put them back in my needle. I'm fine. I'm sorry. Continue, please.
Okay. Well, at least they're not like body stitches, because that's what I thought at first.
Oh no, it's.
Oh,
I'm just trying to make a stuffed squid for my nephew because I get to meet him in October.
you've
Anyway,
already
please.
met him,
No,
right? No?
I haven't gotten to see him yet.
Oh, not
Last time.
officially.
Not on the outside.
I
Yeah,
see.
because there
I
was a
Just
COVID
on the
scare last
inside.
time.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Anyway,
Okay.
I will dismiss Chambers. Tilda will dismiss Chambers and then send a message to Theo. That says, "By the gods, dearest, did you buy out the entire apothecary? Not that I'm complaining."
You get a message back that they were having a 2-for-1 special, and discounts on bulk, so I may have spent a lot.
Then I send another message. "So thrifty for a noble."
There's like no response.
I will just find one that I like, one of the bottles I like, and just kind of leave it open next to me. And I will haven't done this in a bit. I will cast Unseen Servant and ask that the Unseen Servant carry these back to my room. Carry the other scents and essential oils
Okay,
back to my room.
sounds good.
You know, whatever way it has to do it. You know, whether it's by the box, I can't remember. I think it has a strength score of like nothing. So it might have to just carry each jar 2 at a time.
Can you roll a perception check for me?
Okay. Give me a second. Perception.
Okay, so you're just chilling with one of the scented bottles, doing some reading, trying to do some bonding. When you, it's very faint, but you hear the falling.
I'm getting rickrolled by a child on a kazoo
Pretty much.
in a D&D game.
Yeah.
I blame all of you.
My child is prodigy.
But yes, that's what you hear in the distance.
Fair enough.
Alright, so so you guys gonna spend the night in the mansion. Is there anything special you guys want to do during this time? Or are you just gonna sleep, chill, relax in there, and then head back in the morning?
I'll
Chill.
show everybody around. Give the grand tour. Ending with the baths. Ending with the baths, of course. And I will take the bottle of moonshine out of my bag and say, "We have all night. Why don't we see what happens?"
Okay, but honestly, we might get just so blind. Can magic undo moonshine blindness? Is that a thing?
It's moonshine. It's not poison.
It can turn you blind if they use the wrong thingamajig in there. There was a person in my mercenary group that went totally blind from drinking moonshine. So,
Well,
I mean,
I'm pretty sure I can't go blind from drinking moonshine if something happens. So.
okay.
Listen, if that happens, while I'm
Raine
sleeping,
take care of it. I also don't think I can
that
get
too.
drunk anymore.
Oh, we'll see about that.
I mean, immune to poison and disease.
Ooh, that's okay. But if it does happen, lesser restoration should take care of it.
Let's restore blindness. Well,
That
I
possible. Can we bring up something? Katie stands with moonshine. Who's with me?
well,
I mean, we don't have that much moonshine, but I also do have, and I'll pull out my alchemy jug. I can make more something with this. And Raine, do you have any more bottles of that wine that you stole out of that cellar?
Look.
What?
No, I said let me look.
Oh, let me look. I thought you said look, like a the tone like we're not getting this blasted.
Bourbon.
Ooh, I also hold on one moment.
I brought exactly one thing with me from the monastery when I left. It's a holy symbol, but it also doubles as a flask. So can I fill it up with some of that moonshine?
I do also
Did you
just have lots
Oh,
of
sorry,
wine.
go ahead.
Because I also
Yeah.
have it just says lots of wine. I never counted. It's just,
All right. So who is partaking in the moonshine?
I
my
will.
plus one con are definitely getting in on this.
I will
yeah,
partake of the
I'm-
moonshine.
So
We're
everybody in
all
the
doing
mansion.
it, and in the bath.
Okay, nice. All right, so you get cozy, in the baths. So the moonshine that is given to you, there is this. It's weird. It's you think it smell like straight just fiery alcohol, but there's kind of like a cinnamony smell to it.
Is it apple pie moonshine?
There's no like it's just like straight. It smells like have you guys ever had Fireball before?
Yes.
Yeah, it smells like a stronger Fireball.
Okay, but I imagine it's probably not as sweet.
Yeah, it's not that sweet. Can everybody roll Constitution checks for me, please?
I'll mate to myself. I'm gonna try again. So I'm using a luck.
Dare to say a check or a saving throw?
Oh, fine. Sorry. What was it?
It should be a saving throw technically. So if you actually have the
Mine's the same.
Oh, spending a key point to re-roll that.
okay.
There we go.
Okay, great. So everyone, Raine, can you roll a d4 for me?
Oh no, it was a 20? Holy shit.
All right, Raine. So it is fire as well for everybody. It is fire as it goes down your esophagus. Raine, you start hiccuping, and this continues for a while.
Just hold your breath. Just hold it.
I just try to hold my breath and like I go under the water just trying to hold it. And try to get rid of the hiccups.
Okay.
I will also attempt to, when she comes out of the water, scare her.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Ooh.
How are you going to scare her? Are you going to try to sneak up behind her, or like poke her in the side when she comes up, that kind of thing?
Yeah, I'll use my. Hold on one second.
Do you have major image prepared?
I don't.
Damn.
But what I was going to do, hold on, was use, what is it, the shadow jaunt, my once a day misty step to get myself out of the water and behind her wherever she is. That way she, like, I make no sound, I just move.
Okay.
And I will use Mask of Many Faces to turn myself into, like, Iskin.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Raine.
And then I'll just, like, whenever she comes up out of the water, I'll just, like, kind of poke my head around and scream.
Okay. All right, Raine. While you now it's a Constitution check for the holding of the breath for probably as long as you can, I assume.
Well, yeah.
Okay. You come up. You hold your breath for a while, like good like minute or so. Can you So you don't expect it, but when you turn around, you see Iskin.
You want me to make a performance check?
Yes, please.
Do I have advantage because I look like Iskin or not?
Well, I'll say you have an advantage.
Does her whole body change or just the face? It's the whole body, right?
Yeah, I would have changed the whole body, but I mean, I've
Okay.
not seen Iskin naked, so it would be close.
Well, but if you had just Zaitari boobs right underneath the face, it would probably make the whole thing less.
That's true.
Raine comes up. It's like, oh, I think that's fucking. What the hell? He kind of leap back and like clutch onto Melanie's shoulders, like, what the fuck are you doing here?
I used to hiccuping.
She's still hiccuping.
Ah,
Fuck. What the fuck?
Well, that didn't work, son of a bitch. I'll drop the Mask of Many Faces and just get back in the water.
Want me to try and stun you?
Sure.
Yep, I'll punch Raine and try and stun her.
my goodness.
Okay. You punch her in the solar plexus, or are you punching her in the gut? She doesn't have any armor on, so I assume that probably.
Because it's the hiccup, I'm just gonna go for like a chop to the side of the throat.
Oh,
Like reset it.
Oh yeah,
Christ.
crush your fucking windpipe.
That's why I'm going from the side. It's not gonna crush anything.
Nice, just fails.
You are now stunned.
For 6 seconds, she just is in mid-hit.
And at the end of the 6 seconds, she hiccups again.
Fuck.
Oh no, I'm not a doctor, so that's my best shot.
I'm glad that's not your like doctor skill because that's not. I mean, it was a good try, but good lord.
Everybody roll a perception check. Okay, Raine and Melanie. You look at, Melanie, especially since you're right next to her, and Raine, you're just kind of like staring like directly in front of you. You start noticing every time you hiccup, there's like this small cloud of like shimmering breath that releases from your mouth.
I put my hand over her mouth and I'm like, okay, hiccup. Just like, can I feel anything? Is it tingly?
It's a little tingly, yeah. Like, it's like that kind of tingly you get when you eat a piece of mint gum or mint candy.
Is this some kind of weird flirting that's happening right now? I'm confused.
No,
I shrug,
did you see?
hiccups again.
She had like a shimmer, and I wanted to see if she was, who knows?
Give me 1 second.
Try and burp.
I'll cast Dispel Magic.
Oh, that's so fun.
Alright, the hiccups go away.
Oh, thank God.
Hey, burp and freeze your girlfriend. That'd be fun.
That's interesting. Hey,
Real fast.
Raine, you're smart with the herbs and stuff. Why don't you take a, I don't know, whiff or something of the moonshine and see if it's magical, I guess? Because it probably is, because that worked. It might be made out of something that's like enchanted or whatever.
Could I analyze it, like, like I said, smell, and then like take a little taste, like on my tongue? Not trying to knock it back, just like try
Yeah,
to actually.
yeah. So it smells like a really strong cinnamony smell. Um, when you like physically touch it, there is that tingle, that you felt at the roof of your mouth every time you did hiccup. Now that you're looking back and thinking this stuff might be magical. Um,
Maybe potential
roll like an
potence.
herbalism kit, but with intelligence. Okay, cool. Um,
Good roll.
it's a really good roll. Um, it is very possible there was something that was seeped in, with this moonshine to give it its magical properties. Um, probably since the nature of its, because of its magic nature, maybe an identify spell would probably be your best bet to find out the full capabilities of this drink.
Have a tool to take a look at it. It's definitely. Do you have any indication of what the ingredient might be? Anyway,
Yeah, it could be a number of things.
an interesting concoction. I definitely either want Tilda or maybe an Enrine to take a look at it, figure out what exactly it's doing, because it's definitely doing something. I might be able to use it, maybe.
Alright, well, I guess we'll just save some of it, and how about we switch to wine? As I take out my bottle of some wine.
We got a lot of wine that day.
You did.
Okay, great. So you guys continue to relax in the baths, drink some wine, and have a good time. All right. Um.
Yeah,
Alright.
and when we wake up, I'll teleport us back to the keep.
Okay, and then in the morning, you guys teleport back to the keep. Um. Okay. Tilda, what are you doing? Okay, Zaitari's pretty hungover. Tilda. Oh, she's be right back. Okay. The rest of you.
Be right back for a minute though. I wonder if everything's alright.
Raine. Raine is also hungover. Jeez, everybody's hungover.
Melanie is fine unless I have to roll a save, and then I probably won't be.
I mean, listen, Zaitari. The only reason I rolled it is because typically when Zaitari drinks, like she drinks, so.
Aoife's pretty okay.
Yeah, you're pretty okay.
Does not normally do good on her con checks.
That's a low roll for me.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a whopping, what is it, +1, so.
Alright. If you guys teleport into the keep, could you guys roll perception checks for me?
Yeah.
I'm reopening my sheet.
Mel will also go over to the tavern here in a second and let them know, hey, it's cool. You can head back home. All's well.
Yeah, and I'm gonna drop off the grain and the other foodstuffs to I can't remember his name, but you know, the tavern keeper. So.
Okay. Sounds good. You guys hear the following.
Raine just holds her head. No.
Hey, you had to fight it off for a bit.
I
Take
look
out
at
some wax cotton
Melanie
balls
and go,
and
"This is your fault."
I take out some wax cotton balls and stuff them in my ears because I'm too hungover for this shit.
Fair. Very fair. So Melanie, you head over to the tavern. You tell Mayor Clark that the problem has been taken care of. Uh, and he says, "Oh, thank you, thank you. Did you find out what was going on?"
Yes. So there was a man who had been maybe not the best person in life and was cursed, and he was trying to earn his redemption by helping out with the curse in your area, not really related to his curse. And so there was sort of this two undead dragons, and he helped us kill them, and they're dead. And then he moved on. So good times were had, and everything's safe now.
You see Mayor Clark blink a few times. 200 What were they doing there?
I don't know. I was a weasel and I dug them up and they were just like, "Oh, we're going to bite you." So we killed them.
How do you kill some um
Hit it really hard a lot.
okay.
That's the yeah.
Well, of course, I completely trust your judgment. But thank you so much for helping the village with this problem. Um, he reaches into his bag and takes out a small pouch of coins. Um,
No,
it's
don't. But we were given some grain and some moonshine. By the way,
hmm?
the man with the little bit of his thumb missing that gave us the moonshine, does he know magic or does he just make some really strong brews?
Oh, you must be you must be talking about Old Man Fraser. Uh,
Possibly. I didn't catch a
crooked
name.
crooked smile, looks a little weird. His
I,
eyes aren't really
yeah,
aligned. Okay.
that sounds about right.
He does have a talent for making quite the strong brews. Um, I know his grandfather, great grandfather was like a wizard of some sort, so maybe
Hmm.
he knows a few things about like ingredients. Um,
Well, we were very impressed by the weird hiccups that made the glitter breath coming out of my uh friend,
oh,
girlfriend.
oh,
And so that was no, I'm impressed. We might have to ask him how he brews it sometime.
oh.
So yeah.
I'm glad that was. I'm glad you had a positive experience.
Are you saying that not everyone has a positive experience?
He doesn't say anything.
Insight check.
He's very hard to read.
Okay, well, let's. And if anything else happens, always come and let me know. That's I think why I'm here. I'm honestly we've been really busy since night class, and I don't really remember all of it, but I'm pretty sure that's what I'm supposed to do. So, anything else? Let me know.
I will. Thank you again, Sir Tuoven. It was thank you so much. Uh, you see in the back, Cynthia, who's with Greg, and she's having some plain toast. She looks like your other companion. She looks kind of hungover as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a rough couple days. Um, but yeah,
Oh,
he
and I'm assuming Timothy stayed in, and I'm assuming he didn't come back with us.
yeah
So I will say,
he hung out there.
Timothy stayed behind since he'd already led us to our destination, but he was a worthwhile guide. Know that he did his job very well.
Oh, great! I'm so happy he was able to help you.
Mhm.
Um, so happy that his knowledge of the forest was able to help you so much. All right. Come on, Greg. Come on, Greg. Come on, Timothy. I mean, Timothy. Come on, Cynthia. Let's go. And they slowly make their way out of the tavern. Um, Cynthia kind of just groaning as she has to get up, and they start making their way out. Greg grabs a large water skin uh, of water and brings it with them. Hi, French fry. Okay. Cool. Um. Hi, French fry. Get off the desk. Okay. So you guys hang out for a while. Some of you guys nursing hangovers, trying to get away from the rendition of "Take Me On" by Kazoo. And
I'll go find Shattuck and let her know, like, be like, hey, I'll tell her about our little adventure and everything like that.
okay, roll a perception check. Okay. So you're talking to her. She's really excited about hearing about do you tell her about like the undead dragons and about Sir Roland and the flaming horse?
I definitely tell her about the fact that even though he was scary, we listened to him, and then it ended up being, he was trying to find. Like, I'll tell her all about it.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. You tell her the story about what happened in the village of Anda, and you hear. She kind of like shifts when you hear that noise.
What? Thoughts?
Um. Are you sure you're not hungry? She's like shouts, like, looks at you. Have you had breakfast? Maybe you should have breakfast.
I'm assuming that we had a little bit of breakfast before we left the mansion, right?
Yeah.
Um. So we did have breakfast. What crinkled?
I didn't hear a crinkle. I didn't hear a crinkle or croak.
Croak. Oh, okay. What was croaking, dear?
I I no, just sore throat, sore throat, sore throat. Yeah, like that. And you hear.
Lying is not very nice. I doubt that this is anything too bad if you go ahead and tell me what's happening.
Okay. She opens up her front dress pocket, and in her pocket, you see 5 tiny, slimy frogs. The pocket's also filled with mud.
Is there a reason that the frogs needed to come inside?
They, so, like, so are these birds? They didn't want the birds to eat them, so I thought they'd be safer inside.
Huh. So, why don't we take them back outside, because that is where they live, and then what we can do is maybe we can go ahead and maybe put something over the area so that it's not so easy for the birds to get them.
Okay.
Would that work?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Okay, marvelous.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
There were 6.
Okay. So let's take those back outside.
Melanie,
then
I'm gonna
let's-
need you to roll another perception check. It's not very hard to see. You see right, like, behind, like, 10 feet behind Shattuck, there's your new bunny friend with a frog in its mouth.
Oh god.
The frog is not alive.
Oh god. So let's take these frogs outside, and
Okay.
I bet the other one just ran off.
Okay. Sure.
Come on, outside.
Okay. She starts, heading outside with you. You see, your bunny munching, kind of giving you like a cold, like kind of dead eyes munching.
What did they bring to my home? Hey. Oh, that's fun. Huh.
You bring the frogs outside.
Yeah.
And find some a nice patch of reeds to let the frogs out of the pocket.
Yes. And then I'll find some sort of like scraps of cloth or something, and that way we can just kind of make some sort of little thing so it's harder for the birds to get to these frogs, I guess.
Okay.
Like a little frog house, I guess. I don't know. Frog tent.
Frognium.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So you do that. Frog grotto. Yes, that's pretty good. Tilda. So your compatriots have returned. It's later in the morning when Chambers comes to find you once again.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Lady Matilda.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and she comes in, and she has what looked like to be a small stack of envelopes. They have a very beautiful on the borders of the envelopes. It's laced with a gold leaf lace pattern. And she says, these were sent by. Hold on. Lady Lavoie's messenger. Each one of the members of the party has one, and she hands you the envelope.
Okay, so she hands me my envelope, I
Your
presume?
envelope, yes.
She's not handing them all to me,
No, no, not
right?
all to you.
Okay. I open up the thing.
Okay. It is an invitation to a party that she is having for the anniversary of the hold on anniversary. Where's the name of the party?
Don't know.
It is a Victory Day party. This is the day that Leona was able to push back Empress Yuli's forces during the Oakley's War.
Okay.
It's a smaller holiday. It's more of a local holiday for Leonians. Kind of like a Independence Day, one would say,
Right.
for this nation. But yeah, you are invited. Plus one, of course. And it is going to take place in about 3 weeks from now.
Okay. Is there any other um what's the word I'm looking for? Any other messages within the envelope, or, something as to why um Lady Lavoie would send us? Because as far as I know, we don't. I mean, Tilda knows who she is,
Yes.
but um, there's, not.
It's an invitation to the heroes of Leona.
Okay, fair enough.
Yes. Yes. Yep. Yep. Pretty
Well,
much.
Tilda will uh look at it and say, "Hmm, it seems the heroes of Leona have been invited to a party. Um, well, don't bother giving me those, darling. Just give them to the other party members."
Of course. Right away. Um, She, bows and, goes to each one of you guys to deliver these letters. Each one of you is invited. Aoife, you see that if like before, so Chambers goes to everybody, delivers the letter to Melanie, and Chambers is kind of standing there, kind of awkwardly, with one last envelope in her hand.
To Prim, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Uh, and she's kind of looking at Melanie and saying, Sir Melanie?
Ah, yes.
So I have one more letter. Uh, it would have gone to, um, Prim Rose. Um, she's looking at you, she's looking at the letter, she's looking around.
Well, okay. Yeah, I'll take that, I suppose. Uh, it's who is this from?
uh, Lady Lavoie, she is one of the baronesses of, hold on, I'll get
The
you her.
Allard.
Yeah, the
Duchy.
Allard. Yeah, so the noble who rules under the kid you saved from the frogification.
Uh, well, we'll. I'm sure that she won't be able to travel, but we'll send it to her so she knows that she was invited. I'm sure that she would appreciate the sentiment,
Okay.
even though she's not here.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. Um, she bows and she scampers off.
We all got a +1, right?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I'll take Tegan, of course, but either Raine or Melanie can take Aoife as the +1, and then
Yeah.
problem solved.
If they want to.
If they want to, but
That's what I was planning on seeing if she wanted to come with us.
Also, Dara, did you get my message?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Danica,
I need to actually message you back. Let me just count. I think it's under, yeah. Anyways,
Can I ask, Darren?
yeah, what?
Is there a holiday celebrating when the heroes of Leona beat back Princess Guinevere? Was it Guinevere? Yeah.
Um,
And saved the kingdom?
it takes a little while for holidays to be processed, so
Fair enough,
yeah.
I suppose.
Gotta get the council together, gotta elect if this is gonna be a holiday. It's
Hmm.
possible. Roll a.
I'm just joking with you. It's fine.
How long ago was it? It was at a what?
It was at least a year ago.
It was at least a
Yeah,
year.
it was a year and probably a couple months at this point.
Okay.
Yep.
Probably more, actually.
At least a couple months, if not almost 2 years.
Like, yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember exactly, so.
Alright.
It was before spring. It was in the fall. It was in the fall when we did that because Tilda got married in the spring.
Yeah.
The following year.
Okay. Sounds good. So, a little later on in the day, around late
By
afternoon.
the way, did you guys tell Tilda that you were leaving?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we would have. Yeah.
We're assuming that we
Okay.
told her. We didn't just like fuck off to nowhere and not say anything. But you weren't here, so we just kind of like assumed that you were gonna just do something else during the time.
Okay, fair enough.
Exactly. We forgot something.
Because I was
Either
gonna
that
say,
or we assumed that you were with Theo. So
Yeah, you just abandoned me without realizing. No, because I was gonna say if Chambers had said, "Oh, well, they aren't," when I said, "Oh, just distribute the letters to the rest of the party," "Oh, well, they aren't here." What?
That would have been a little confusing. No, we told you.
Okay, fair enough. Tilda
Alright.
was told she just really wanted to concentrate on being buddies with the Shards of Dawn.
Okay. Later in the afternoon, Alexandria stops by. She uses the circle of teleportation, to do so. And she is going to, let's see, who is the first person she runs into? That is not the die I'm looking for. Melanie.
Mm.
So you're chilling with Shattuck. This is a little after the frog incident. She is still looking for that frog, by the way.
I dear, it might just have gotten outside. Or, there are cats and
She looks like horrified.
rabbits and other things that eat creatures.
Oh.
So
Oh.
Well, that had all the grace and skill of
you've come to expect.
a Goliath doing ballet.
That Goliath has really high agility.
One sec, I have a cat that's looking up at me for food.
Oh, I'm gonna go feed Sabine while she's doing that. I'll be right back.
No, I'm good. He just wants food.
And then we sit in silence.
Okay, I'm back. Alright, yeah, so you're trying to tell, Shattuck about the Circle of Life, and, walking down towards the hallway, you see Alexandria. She gives you, like, a kind of, like, half
So,
wave.
Lynn's not here right now? She went to go feed Sabine
Oh.
while you were feeding the cat. I'm like,
Once.
I guess I'll say something.
Hold on. Okay. Raine!
Okay.
She finds you!
To be fair, Raine probably isn't that far away.
Yeah. Gives you a half wave. Hey, Raine. Nice seeing you again.
Alexandria?
So, I hear we have a problem.
Think of it as a opportunity. Channeling Sam from last night.
Yeah. Wow.
Hey, they do it better than we do, so. Yeah, that's what I at Alexandria. I think with a little careful subterfuge and care, we could. I mean, you've wanted to find these pieces for your own safekeeping. We might be able to find out more information than we came in with.
Alright. So she's walking down the hallway with you, talking and walking. So, what exactly how did? Alright, I need to see what the exact message was sent to her. Okay, so how did you come across this information?
I helped the contact find an item that. Let's be honest here, I fucked up. I did not realize what it was until they asked me to acquire another one, and then I realized these were pieces of the dragon sphere.
She, you see her freeze momentarily. There is like a slight. She stops walking for like half a second, and then continues walking, and she's like, "Okay, all right. I'm going to need all the details, such
And I'll
as
be to give
so."
them, but I need some assurances we're not going to act rashly on this and bull rush into the situation.
Hmm. I mean, we can't at this point. We need to find out everything we can. Um, the just the fact that there's somebody else out there that is collecting these. I mean, we already knew the Call of the Dragon was already looking for these the last time we found the biggest piece of this item. So there's a reason why they would want it, but I'm very interested in who this person that wants like is are can they be?
It's a separate party, or is it related?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Is it more Call of the Dragon stuff, or is this like another entirely different entity?
No, a Gordon Danvers.
Gordon Danvers. Let's see. I am not familiar. Is that the real name or a alias?
The person that was in possession of the piece I acquired.
Okay. Um, so he had it. Do you know anything else about him?
Apparently missing.
He's missing.
Yes, he had um, been trying to get into some libraries of magic that were under the Thunder Mage Order Thunder Mage Order jurisdiction.
Okay, so let me try to get this right. You and your associate stole one of the crystals. I'm assuming this is the crystals because we have the orb and one of the other crystals. So the only other pieces that are missing now are the other four crystals. You
Sapphire. Rare sapphire. Not
so
to touch.
so the blue one. Okay. So let me get this right. Just to have all my my bases covered. So you and your associate stole the blue crystal from this person named Gordon Danvers, who is now missing, but you found out that he, prior to his disappearance, was looking for something in the Thunder Mage Order's library.
He disappeared with none of his valuables or whatnot taken, seemingly kidnapped. Nothing but books and parchment and research materials were gone.
Okay. It's a long shot, but have you guys tried scrying him?
We have not.
Okay. So maybe that's one of the things we might want to do to see if he's even alive. That'd be That'd be good information to know if he's still alive. And you
From what we
know,
know so far, I suspect he would be. Probably whoever's going after it
and
knew
you
he was after these things and decided to take a shortcut.
and you know nothing about your associate's employer that's looking for these legs.
Line of work, it's best not to ask questions.
Mm,
Or former line of work.
of course. I understand that line of work. Okay. Um. All right. I'm going to. Where do you know where this, like, in what city was this Gordon Danvers residence?
It was in
Is
Vox.
Vox? Okay. I'm going to talk to the treasure hunters in Vox. Um, Tegan. I'm going to talk to Tegan. I'm going to see if his people have any records, maybe past contracts with Gordon Danvers, or if anybody in the area knows about him. I'll start there. Um, I would like you and you guys to find out all you can about your associate's employer, if possible. And of course, try not to tip anybody off. Um, boy. Okay. Is that acceptable?
That'll
Okay. All right. Um, and Raine. Um, let me know if this associate of yours.
yes.
Uh, someone you know well?
Very important to me.
She looks at you and she says, "Then find out what you can. But if I have to get involved," and she just kind of leaves it at that.
I realize the stakes now. That is why I didn't keep it to myself when I knew better.
Okay.
I do have others that I care for.
Rain, I want you to roll an insight check.
Guys, I'm gonna have to kill Alexandria. I'm sorry. No. I really want to know. I'm gonna try again.
Okay. Okay. Um, you kind of get the sense that she she doesn't want to get involved with your associate, especially when you said at the part, they're important. But you get the sense that, like,
Do what she has to.
yeah, she'll do what she has to. And there's a slight in the air. There's a slight air of. So you've worked with a lot of people in the past, Rain. Um, some, you know, employers that treated you really well, um, gave you free reign, no pun intended, to do what you wanted, and you got the job done. And there's some less savory employers you've probably also had in the past. Some very probably immoral. Just get it done and leave.
Better.
Yeah, leave the biggest. Pretty much, she doesn't want to get involved with their associate, but if she has to, then it's going to be in not the greatest way.
Their eyes just kind of meet, and Raine gives that. I understand you have to do what you have to do. And Raine gives the same look back. It's like,
All right,
I understand.
all right. She nods and she walks off, and right before she leaves, it's like, I'm sure you'll tell the others what's going on.
We should be having our talk soon.
All right, sounds good.
Party, guys, now.
Okay. So she leaves. You guys, what's happening with the rest of you guys?
I mean, like I said, Zaitari's just been hanging out down in the baths, just trying to sweat it out. So.
All right.
Room, studying the page about Shar that she ripped out of a book.
All right. Nice.
Also, would Tegan have replied to that second message?
Let me take a look real quick.
Stop sexting with your boyfriend.
I'm not.
I'm joking.
Also, that would be very awkward for Darren.
I know.
Yeah, that'd be super awkward. Okay. All right. So you guys are chilling. Each one of you guys gets the invitation. In 3 weeks, you are invited to Lady Lavoie's party. There'll be champagne, fireworks, dancing, the usual. A long line of entertainment.
Anyone we recognize on the entertainment roster, or is it just there will be entertainment?
Actually, give me 1 second.
Okay.
Also, is it bad parenting if I force my child to be friends with their child so that they can later have future adventures?
Yes.
Damn it.
If you have to force your child.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, it's one thing to force them to go to bed,
Yeah.
or force them to
Friendship
eat
really
their
can't be forced.
vegetables. But
Mallory. I mean, Zaitari. Sorry.
Yes.
You're looking through the list of entertainment, and there's a name that pops up.
Oh no.
I'm gonna message you the name.
Is it the Ice Queen, that bitch? if we're all looking over the list of entertainment, like in the same room together, I'll just say, I'm expecting Tegan in a few days. Apparently, we have something to discuss that he couldn't just tell me in 2 messages.
Odd.
Don't worry, it's not bad. He ends the message with, and then ignoring my question about it with the second one.
I mean, it might not be bad.
It's probably not, but you should just, hey, we need to talk.
Sounds like
Like
you're breaking up with
it's
somebody.
it's ascending. We're engaged. I would hope that we wouldn't be breaking up with me again.
Can be
Though I
so
did the first
dramatic,
one, so.
can't they? And as says Tilda, as she kind of like lowers herself into uh, a chair, a very plush chair.
Do you have some sort of fragrance on? Something new?
Oh, it's probably the essential oils. Um, I've been spending a lot of time in the library with the peppermint one uncorked, so
Huh.
that's probably what you're smelling.
I think that would be it. That yes, it smells a little bit like candy and a little bit like toothpaste. That's yes.
Theodoric
Is
bought
oh, sorry, go ahead.
Theodoric bought a whole box of 16-ounce bottles and jars of essential oils of
Hmm.
varying scents.
Are any of them just disgusting?
I haven't smelled through all of them, and plus, I do want to give my nose a break in between each so I can
Yeah.
properly smell. I'm not particularly forward to the molasses one.
Mm-mm.
I'm not a fan of the smell of molasses, to be perfectly frank. It's a little
But
too
molasses
sweet.
cookies are very good.
A little too sweet for my nose, but to each their own, I suppose. If you'd like, I can leave it for you.
No, I'd probably just be tempted to eat it.
Um, well, if you find you're not a fan of the rose, I'd be more than happy to take it. But what Melanie was going to say is Tilda not going to react that Zaitari said, I'm engaged.
I presume you would have told Tilda about if you told her you were leaving. I presume you told her that you were engaged.
No, we were in the baths, and Zaitari just was obviously, naked, and all she had
Mhm.
was her engagement ring on.
Got it.
So I just put it out there to Raine and Melanie that they would have noticed it. So
I see. Um. Well, in that case, rewind a little bit. Um, Tilda would have said the thing about men being so dramatic, or like started saying that, and then what? En- engaged?
yes, I took a page out of your book and proposed to Tegan.
That he's doing it these days.
That was my brain breaking. It was just the woof. Um, Tilda immediately like pushes herself back up out of the chair. Let me see the ring. Let me see the ring.
I put my hand out and will show the ring.
Oh, it's beautiful, darling. Absolutely marvelous. Did Tegan make it?
Um, I can't remember. Did Tegan make it, or did he buy it because it was enchanted?
He had a part in making it.
Okay. He made it, but then had somebody else enchant it.
Oh, it's enchanted too.
Yes, it's like a memory ring.
Really? Well, how does that work?
Basically, if I just want to recall a specific memory, I just have to think about it, and then I will remember it clearly.
Sorry, so you have to think about it to remember
First,
it.
I know, I was just thinking that. I'm like, so basically, it does nothing. You think of the memory.
Well, it would. I mean, like your memory is perfect. It would recall memory perfectly back to you. At
Okay.
least that's
fair-
how I think it is. I have to look at the
Oh, okay, that
gloss
actually would
for
be
it again.
useful. Because you could be like, I kind of remember what you said at dinner. Oh yeah, it was that. So,
I
okay.
know.
It is a bit limited, so I like do a few, but it's nice. Especially if we're out on mission. I haven't seen Tegan in a long time.
You can
You
think of
could
him. And
could
that's
relive the
nice.
sexy times.
That too, if I wanted to. It'd be
Mhm.
awkward. We're all sleeping in the same. So.
Oh, just keep it in your
Oh.
head, dude. Come on.
I mean, where did your accent go?
No
Yeah.
one knows.
Even the dog wants to know where your accent went.
My accent went away when people started walking around outside and Sabine just started losing her shit. Bean. 1 second, sorry.
Mhm.
How dare people walk outside?
I know, right?
How dare they? I know. So stressful.
So Tilda will fawn over the ring a little bit and offer you best wishes, and also ask, have you thought of a date yet?
No, not really. Mostly I just wanted to do the proposal. We really haven't talked about it too much. I'm thinking it's going to probably be something small.
Of course. I mean, it's. Tilda just kind of like bites her tongue there, and then. It's beautiful, and I wish you all the best. I
Thank you.
really do. It's nice to see that you have finally uh, realized what we've been telling you all along.
Finally just accepted it.
Mhm.
I suppose I
Down.
accepted it back when we had our vacation. We talked about a lot of things, and I was like, you know what? Why not just do it? So,
And you're feeling sure of it.
yes,
You're good.
I like my independence. He likes his. The separation isn't too hard now, especially since I can just teleport to him whenever I want. But
The magic does help.
it does. And we're pretty compatible on a lot of things. He can take or leave kids, and I'm fairly sure I'm gonna just stay in a no for that for me.
Fair enough. Tilda just kind of rubs her own stomach and like, and then she will sit down again, or attempt to, anyway.
How
How
long
far
is
along?
Tilda at this point?
Jesus. How pregnant is Tilda at this point?
Mm.
I think you're.
Probably like
So
7 months, I think.
I was 7. I got Tilda got pregnant in between the 5th and 6th that we had our break.
Yeah.
Or okay, and so I'd say about 6 months pregnant.
Yeah, 6 or 7 months at this point, yeah.
6 or 7 months. I have felt kicking, haven't I?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Is it multiple sets of kicking?
I don't know. I haven't asked. Don't ask.
Okay.
Roll up 1d3 now.
Look, it's already been decided. She had me roll a d100. I have no idea what it means.
All right. Anybody else want to do anything for the day?
Well, if we're all gathered together and
We need to
we're
do info dump from Alexandria. If we've all gathered.
Mm.
Do you tell us why we're getting the info dump?
You mean what?
Because Tilda still doesn't know
Yeah,
about
Tilda
your
doesn't
job.
know.
We don't have to get over that.
Gonna have to do it
Jesus, you
eventually,
okay?
so.
Did you listen to the last session, bro?
no, I didn't get a chance.
Well, since we're all here, I did run into Alexandra as she arrived, and I kind of look at everyone that knows what's going on, and I
Yeah, I'll just
assume
nod.
they pick up.
Alexandria's here. Why?
Well, I say from the other side of Melanie, where I have cautiously placed myself.
Put the meat shield.
Yep. Um,
In preparation of this going down, Aoife just pulls out a little bag of jerky and starts snacking.
Something recently came to light. Tilden. Back after we, saved the country, had our little break as we had the castle built, I did a few odd jobs here and there for a couple of old friends. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just usual quick grab and get out. And then said friend showed up a couple days ago and wanted my help to acquire another item. At this time, when they asked about said item, I realized that, and I look around, make sure like no servants, no nothing, just us in here.
Yep, just you guys.
We're looking for pieces of the device Alexandria had been so worried about. Does Tilda catch on?
Yep. Tilda's got an intelligence of 22. She catches on. Her eyes go very wide. And you,
I did not realize it was the first time around, but realizing what it was, I very quickly brought everybody else in. You were unavailable at the time, and we decided that the best course of action would be to continue to play the game for a moment. We want to find out about the person that asked for the job to be done. We do not know who it is, and we think it would be wise to find out. So we're going to play along for a little bit with Alexandria's permission, so that we can find out who is looking for the items.
Tilda looks like she's processing, and that she probably has a lot to say, but is holding her tongue.
Alexandria asked for us to do is the person that was robbed from was a Gordon Danvers of Vox, who has since gone missing, presumably kidnapped. And considering that no valuables were stolen and only books and the like, very likely related, either by some other party or. Well, that's the thing, is we just don't know. So Alexander has charged us to find out who this employer is, and to see if Gordon Danvers is still alive, and what that might gain in our hunt.
Well, if we want to scry on him, I won't be able to do it until tomorrow. I don't have that spell available to me right now.
No, nor I.
Well, I'm afraid I'm fresh out as well.
Haha.
Till then, I would suggest that we eventually contact my associate and perhaps agree to help look for another of these.
Are we not going to speak with her about who the employer is first? See if we can get any information.
Well,
Exactly what
yes, Raine has to get into contact with her first, and if Tilda and I prepare scrying, I don't know if it's works this way. If somebody's been scryed on and and they block it, can two people try on the same target, or is it just scrying in general? Because I could also try to check in on Danica, see where she's at.
I don't have the scrying spell at all, so
Oh, okay, so it would just be me.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So, I just need to sleep on it, and I'll swap something out so that I can do some scrying tomorrow.
It's you that they're immune to. So in theory, you could have like 17 people try it, and they'd have to succeed 17 times.
Okay.
You just can't cast it 17 times.
Yeah, that's right, because I remember Keyleth would use the orb and then would do it herself after.
I do have a scrying focus that I inherited from Ronnie, though, so you can borrow that.
Okay. Um, well, Tegan will be here in a few days to talk about something. We have this party in a few weeks. We should probably try to get this meeting with Danica set sooner rather than later.
How long until my meeting with Rosamond?
Tomorrow.
Okay. I do have a meeting I have to be at tomorrow. So yes, sooner rather than later, but
No,
if
not
it's tomorrow.
and I need to figure out when Tegan's going to be here. Speaking of, I'll send Tegan a sending. Hello, dear. When do you plan on being here exactly? We need to know for scheduling purposes.
You just get silence.
I do, apparently.
I'm working on it.
Sarah's probably distracted by Cat.
I'm working on it.
Oh, okay.
It was me. I coughed.
How dare you?
Well, there's a dog outside talking shit, and she wants to go get on doggy Facebook, aka yell out the windows.
Sure.
And I told her that she needs to just dog is starting shit. She needs to just let it go. She doesn't need to get on Facebook, which is the front window, or Twitter, which is yelling from the backyard every time somebody yells.
Every dog is Alexander Hamilton. They can't let the fact that other dogs are talking shit go.
She cannot, dude. She's like, hey, nah. I don't know why there's a dog barking so much, because usually my neighbor's dogs aren't too bad, but...
I was just imagining dogs a dog barking, and instead of saying a bark, it's just go, bro, 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 like I don't know.
Oh my god. Hashtag photography! Dog Instagram over here.
Hashtag why you talking shit?
I'll ask this to Tilda. Tilda, it seems that Tegan will also be here tomorrow, but do you know a Perrin Silverwind of the Thundrum Order?
Who? Silverwind?
Perrin? Perrin? It seems that Tegan is catching a teleport with him.
Perrin Silverwind, Perrin Silverwind. The name sounds familiar. Do I know?
Just roll a history check.
Of course. Why do you bother?
You can roll like a 10 one of these days.
I cannot roll a 10. I physically cannot roll a 10.
You can roll a 17 one of these days.
It's still a 17.
So the Thundrum Order, as you know, because your tutor is part of their order, has 6 leaders. 3 of the wizard side and 3 of the sorcerer side.
Yep.
Perrin Silverwind is one of the sorcerer leaders of the Thundrum Order.
Oh. Yes, darling. They're they're one of the sorcerer leaders of the Thundrum Order.
Interesting. I wonder if that has any implications for what we're talking about tomorrow.
That-
We'll find out.
Perrin Silverwind?
Perrin.
Yes.
I'll put his name in chat.
Doubt I remember what it is, but I googled the sessions.
Time to take a look at the notes.
But yeah. So is anybody doing anything else for the rest of the day? We can skip to the next meetings, and let me know if anybody wants to do anything in preparation for the Victory Day party.
Fabulous outfit.
It is formal dress.
Ugh. So anonymous Cheeto.
I will see if I can get Persephone's daughter?
No.
I forget which one's the daughter and which one's the adult. To babysit.
Yeah,
Persephone is
Persephone.
the-
Yeah, it's like the god. Demeter is the god, and Persephone was the kid that got taken away by Hades.
Mm-hmm. Became
As one
queen of the
does.
underworld.
Yep. Just because she ate a couple pomegranate seeds.
Yeah.
That'll do it to you.
Which I didn't know until I was an adult. Real easy to eat those. Those are everywhere. I mean, not like everywhere in life. I mean, and like in the fruit. The fruit is very full of seeds. Sorry, that didn't make a lot of sense. I'm not just like living my life and I'm like, God damn it, why are all these pomegranates fucking everywhere? Like that's
Pomegranate seeds, no less.
yeah, it's not even the juice. It's just the seeds. Just living your life, just walking down the street and one flies and hits you in the eye. Like, be a weird life.
Yeah. Anyways, let me know if you guys are doing anything to prepare for the party.
Oh, I'll see if she'll babysit again.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she's more than willing to. She had a lot of fun last time she was babysitting for babysitting Shattuck.
Marvelous. I very much appreciate it, and I know that I believe Shattuck had a good time.
Yep. No problem keeping an eye on her. Oh, by the way, so when you saw her, she had a sack. Um, she, I think this belongs to you.
What is in? What is this?
You see the sack is moving.
What's in the bag?
That weird rabbit.
Ribbit. Oh,
Oh, why did you put it in a bag? It bites.
Well, he was chasing the squirrels in the poison grotto.
Oh my god. This is the worst pet. It ate a frog just the other day, made fucking eye contact with me the whole time. Very disturbing. Definitely trying to tell me that I was next. Honestly, I love bunnies. They're very cute. This guy, he seems like a little bit of an asshole. I'm not really sure. Oh. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna talk to her tutors and see if I can add animal handling to the list. I will speak with her. I'm fairly certain that this is a vaguely magical carnivorous rabbit, so if it gets back, I'm sorry. We still have to kind of work on the whole it teleports thing.
Okay.
I'm really surprised it stayed in the bag.
I don't know. Could it be like a line of sight issue?
I don't know. I'm the wrong person to ask.
She shrugs. Well, luckily I was able to get it before it got any of the squirrels.
Okay. Well, I will take I take the Wrigley bag and I open it up and I look down and I say, Mr. Nameless Horned Bunny, please do not eat the squirrels. Not sure if you understand common, but I'm going to try this. Don't eat the squirrels, please. We will give you some meat if you really need meat. Please also don't eat the frogs that my daughter brings in the house. I'm not crazy about her bringing them in the house, but it made her sad when you ate one. Which I have not told her because it would make her sad. Are we good?
Kind of just blinks up at you.
Yep. I don't think you understand common, do you? Oh, wait. Do I know anybody that can speak with animals? No, not really. Not anymore. God damn it, bittersweet. I have to go do other things. Okay, well, all right. Let's take you back to. I will go back to Shattuck.
All right. As you try to close the bag, it starts to levitate out of the bag.
I close that fucking bag so fast. I will, if I need to put it above the bunny to hold it like a fucking hot air balloon, I will. I'm just gonna keep the bunny in the bag until I get back to Shattuck's room.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take it out of the bag as gently as possible, hold it in my arms like a normal pet. Does it like poop on me or bite me or try to gouge my eyeballs out? No, it's just chilling.
Nope, it's just kind of like doing the sniffing thing that bunnies do.
I wish you were less cute. Then I could actually stay angry, but you're so adorable. Okay, look, let's just... I'll knock on the door and say, Shattuck, can I come in?
Yes?
I will open the door and say, have you thought of a name for Mr. Bun here?
Oh, Well, I have a list.
Okay.
I don't know what I should like. It's a boy, right?
I think that we decided that he was a boy. Did we figure that out? I'll look at the back end of the bunny that I'm holding.
It's a boy.
Yep, it's a boy. Yes, young gentleman bunny. Possibly young. I have no idea of this bun's age. Could be old, he could be young, I have no idea.
So I don't know. I was thinking
Mr. Pointy Bun?
about because he has antlers to call him Moose.
I like it. That sounds wonderful. Okay, so we need to keep an eye on Moose
Okay.
because Moose was trying to eat the squirrels in the
Oh.
poison grotto.
Oh.
So there's multiple layers of not great here because one, if he ate the plants in the poison grotto, he might get sick. And if he ate the squirrels in the poison grotto, that would make us sad because he would eat the squirrels. So we're going to work together and make sure we maybe give Mr. Moose. We'll give Moose maybe some chicken from the kitchen and see if maybe he'll not eat the squirrels. But we'll start working on maybe training Moose so that he doesn't,
Mom,
yes?
why is the pillow moving on its own?
What pillow?
The one on the bed.
I look over to the pillow.
You look over on the bed, and there is a pillow that is slowly rising up and headed slowly in your direction.
What's happening?
Mom?
Yes, dear.
Is my room haunted?
Probably not. But I'm gonna be honest with you. We have at least one person. We have two people in this home who can turn themselves invisible. So it's more of like, who is haunting your room, and less of a is my room haunted, and more of like, is it Mama? Is it she invisible? Is it Aunt Zaitari that's invisible? Somebody playing a trick on me? Honestly, there's Aunt Tilda can make invisible people come and go and do a hair, and honestly, things move around on their own. Not that out of the ordinary.
You see Moose hop out from your grasp, and the pillow gently lowers to the floor, and he just hops onto it and curls up. Mom?
Yes, dear.
Why did you have to make it magic? Why couldn't it just be a normal bunny corn?
Do bunnies usually do that?
No. Normally bunnies just run around. Normally bunnies don't have antlers. Normally bunnies don't have magic. Honestly, your other mother, got you the weirdest goddamn bunny in the whole world. Where does he poop? Have you seen him poop? Does he poop?
No, he poops in the garden.
Okay. Well, I guess that's actually a normal bunny behavior, so that's great. I guess maybe we should get him his own bed, so he doesn't steal the pillows off of your bed.
Okay. You hear
You
that,
know
Moose?
what?
Moose just kind
I
of looks up
bet-
at you guys.
Boy, Moose. I bet that would be a fun project if we wanted to get some cloth and see if anyone in the house knows how to sew. We could make a bed for Moose.
I think Chambers knows how to sew.
Well, that sounds like a very good project. You know what? Here in a few days. When's the party?
3 weeks.
I'm not gonna make the bunny wait that long for a bed. So we can go into town and see if we can buy some cloth if there's none in the house, and we can work with Chambers and we can see if she can help us learn how to make a bed for the bunny.
Okay.
Okay, marvelous. And you're feeding him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. What have you been feeding him?
Well, I gave him a carrot. He
Mhm.
liked that. And then I gave him some broccoli. And then he went outside and ate some grass. And then he ate an earthworm.
Mhm,
And then he
mhm.
caught a cicada in
Okay, things are
midair.
slowly getting- Oh, okay.
And then he went after a bird, but I told him no.
Oh, did he listen?
No.
Oh, yep. Okay. Well, we'll work with the kitchen staff and see if we can make a little bowl full of some vegetables and a little bit of meat, kind of like a bunny pot pie, but not made of bunny, but for the bunny. And we'll see if we can make a little pot pie type deal for Moose with a little bit of vegetables, a little bit of meat, so he doesn't feel like he has to go over the squirrel after the squirrels and the rabbits, or not squirrels, not
Okay.
rabbits, sorry, squirrels and the birds and other animals.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, marvelous. All right, I just kind of tousle her hair and head out.
Excellent.
Does Shattuck have hair?
I don't know.
Yes, Shattuck has hair. She has green hair.
Okay. Just curious.
Yep. Okay, you there? I saw your mic light up.
I am here.
Okay. Okay. So you are chilling, trying to read over that page about Shar.
Every so often, I'll stop and like get a quill and like draw the holy symbol on my forearm and be like, hey, it's cool enough. I can make this work.
When Pastries comes over to you and says, Aoife?
Yeah.
Can
What's up?
Can I ask you for, like, a favor?
It depends on the favor.
You see her kind of, like, scratch the back of her head. So my mom won't let me, like, take my practice knife outside the keep.
Mm-hmm.
So there's this. She kind of just looks at the ground. So there's this boy who's been bugging me, and he won't leave me alone.
Okay.
And I told him to leave me alone, but he won't.
Okay.
And you know, since you're like really fast and you know kind of strong, you know, maybe he'll listen to you.
How old is this boy?
He's like 11.
A child. You want me to talk to this kid, right? You're not asking me to like beat the kid up for you?
Talk to him in a way that will make me leave me alone.
Okay. I have an idea. When does he usually bother you? And where?
So sometimes Mom asks me to go to the to some of the flower beds and like pick some chamomile for tea. That's when he bugs me. He lives in one of the nearby like farm.
Okay, so like out in the wilderness?
Yeah.
Okay. I I got this super cool pelt with like antlers on it. So I can do a little dress up and be scary looking. And tell him that if he doesn't start respecting women, I'll rip the skin off of him, just like I did this moose. You think that would work?
Yeah, I think that will work.
Let's do it.
Thank you.
Let me go get my antlers.
Yes.
And I go get my decoy pelt that I got to be a piece of bait for the rock originally.
Mm-hmm.
And here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get dressed in this. You're gonna go ahead, and I'm gonna follow like 100 feet behind you.
Okay.
And when he starts bugging you, just raise your right hand in the air and let him know, like, hey, someone's gonna be right with you. And then I'll run over as fast as I can, kick some dirt in his eyes, spit on the ground, and say consent's important. Don't do drugs.
she kind of blinks like she was with you until you got to the consent is important, don't do drugs part. But she's like, okay, that sounds good. Yeah, that sounds good. I think that's good. Awesome.
Great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Um, she's gonna go get her basket.
I'll don my pelt and horns.
It's pretty. It's a pretty heavy pellet. It's a
Yeah.
freaking
That's fine.
pellet. All right. All right.
It's fine.
All right. Um.
I have a 15 strength,
Yeah.
and I'm carrying a whole 19 pounds right now. So
yeah. You're good. So, are you going to, while you're trailing behind her about 100 feet, are you blending in with the background? Are you just like walking in behind?
I'm not trying to blend in with the background, but I'm also not just walking behind. I'm gonna crouch real low, and just kind of do like a crawl, like modern dance when they're trying to be the monsters within,
Okay.
and the real weird long-legged crawls. I'm gonna be doing that 100 feet behind her.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Because that way nobody will bother me. Because I'll just be the weirdo in the pelt.
Okay, sounds good. So she starts walking down the road. You're trailing behind, kind of like a little off to the side, kind of like in the weeds near the road.
Oh, in preparation as well, I will take a little bit of my eye makeup and do like the Furiosa black smudge across the eyes and bridge
Okay.
the nose.
Okay. Alright, you don your makeup. And
my child scare and war paint.
and you go through the weeds, and she veers off the path, and about like maybe 15 minutes later, she is in front of a very large clump of well, we would call it German chamomile, but this is just regular chamomile, I guess, in this world, because German Anyways, she's in front of some chamomile. So she starts picking the heads of the chamomile whose blossoms have fully formed. And about maybe 5 or 6 minutes later, you see this lanky 11-year-old boy in a straw hat. And no, she Pastries ignores him at first, continue to fill her basket with this chamomile. And then you see them engage in some talking. And then you see Pastries, raise her hand in the air.
Yeah, but I'll just take off dashing towards
Okay,
110 feet in 6 seconds.
Okay.
Roll.
Are you trying to intimidate him?
Oh yeah.
Okay, roll like an intimidation check as you're doing this. Yeah, that's pretty intimidating. Yeah, that's very intimidating to a 11-year-old boy.
Yes.
So you come sprinting through the tall grass. He sees this pair of giant antlers just parting through this sea of grass. There's this little dust cloud trailing behind you, and you actually see his pastry. She's kind of like hiding a smirk as she kind of steps off to the side, and you skid to a stop in front of him, spit on him.
I spit on the ground.
You spit on the ground.
And put my hands to my hips and just look down at him. I may be looking up at him. I'm kind of short. I'm 5'3".
He's shorter than you.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a little
I
shorter.
don't know how tall 11-year-olds are.
He's shorter than you. And he's just looking up at you, just wide-eyed. It's like, what, all the color has left his face. And
The spirits of nature have told me that you're bullying this child. Is that true?
He looks at Pastries and he looks at you. And he's like,
Tell the truth. The spirits know if you're lying.
I'm sorry. And you hear Pastry he says, he keeps on calling me Fur Face.
Hey, that's not nice.
And you see the boy say, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. I'll stop.
Why are you picking on her? I swear to God, if you say it's because you like her, we're gonna have a conversation with your parents. I just crouch down a little lower and just stare at him in the eye.
Cause, like, you hear a mumble. She looks funny.
You look funny. Look at you.
And you hear Tracy
looked at
say,
yourself in
"Yeah."
Hey, here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna start treating her nice, or the birds are gonna come in the middle of the night and take your soul and feed it to me. You got me?
Oh, I love that.
He's like, he's nodding. Okay. I'm sorry. I won't make fun
It
of
does
her
not
again.
matter if you think someone looks funny. That does not matter. You owe her an apology, not me. Her.
You see,
And
like,
you're gonna make it up to her by picking the chamomile for her today.
you see, Pastry's arms has folded, and she's like nodding in agreement with everything you're saying. It's like, that's right. And you see him shuffle over to Pastry's. Head is low at this point, and you hear, I'm sorry I made fun of you. And Pastry's like, just hands him the basket.
I'm gonna sneak up behind him while he's apologizing to her. So I'm like right behind him.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna say in a real low voice, "You do this shit again, I'll know. The ground will tell me, the wind will tell me, and then I'll come for you personally."
Starts very shakily start picking the chamomile. And then you hear Pastries off to the side. Aoife says, don't get any stem. You're only supposed to pick the bud.
I'm always watching, and then I use the cave in the mountain back to teleport 500 feet away. Just wait for Pastry.
Pastry's ways back. Okay, that was an adventure.
After I teleport, I lay down in the grass too, so the kid can't see me. I gotta keep up this illusion.
Nice. Alright, it takes about half an hour to get the basket full of chamomile. And then Pastries walks back in your direction, and the kid's already, like, heading back to his farmstead. And
Yeah, I'll get up then and take off my antlers.
alright, and you see your Pastry says, "Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
I really appreciate it."
Yeah, I mean, I'll teach you how to stand up for yourself. Because I can't do this all the time.
Well, if Mom let me bring my knife...
Look, kid, you don't need a knife. You just need to be weirder than them, and they'll leave you alone.
Okay.
Example, next time one of them starts messing with you, start barking at them. And if they don't stop, bite them.
I can do that.
Don't tell your mother I gave you that advice.
Okay. Alright.
I like that you
Yeah,
just told a
Pastry's
person
good.
that looks like a cat to bark at somebody. I feel like
why
that's
it's
gonna
working.
it's gonna add like an extra layer of confusion. They're gonna be like, wait, what?
And hopefully it confuses enough to make them run away. And if it doesn't, just bite them. They'll definitely leave you alone.
Hey, guidance counselor Aoife, I guess she gets shit done at least, so there's that.
She's being asked to be this kind of parental role model figure to these kids. She's 16 and has a problem with authority.
I know. This is perfect. This is exactly what she makes sense for her to do. But
Yeah, don't lecture somebody about the morality, making fun of somebody. Just threaten to steal their soul. It's fine.
Was that a screaming cat?
That's
I
Trinket.
think so.
Okay.
She's learning that she can make sounds, and so she does.
Did it take her a while to figure that shit out? Really?
That's
Well,
adorable.
she has a really tiny little like kitten squeaky meow. She's just now kind of moving past that to whiny loud meow. So she
Ah.
exercises her whiny loud meow now to strengthen her ability.
Okay. All right. On your way back, Pastries, she has some caramels in her pocket and offers you a few as you guys are walking back.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah. Okay. Tilda.
Yep.
So Rosamund, Chambers lets you know that Rosamund has arrived.
Okay.
And she'll meet
Okay.
you. She'll meet you in one of the many sitting rooms that you guys have.
Sure.
All right. All right. She. So you head over. When you enter the room, she is sitting down. She looks like it looks like that not pastries. Chambers has brought her, a glass of water, and has left the pitcher on the table. And when you come into the room, she will stand up, and she says, "Hello, Tilda. How are you?"
Well, busy growing a person. How are you?
She looks like she almost says something, like, and then she thinks for a quick second, and she says, I'm okay. Um, let's sit down. And she'll take her
What's
seat.
her mood like? You're giving me like weirdly formal. Is that accurate?
Yeah, it's accurate.
Okay.
Probably with your passive perception, she seems a little tense as well.
Okay.
So she sits down and invites you to sit as well.
I mean, it's my house, but sure.
Yeah. She is. She pinches the bridge of her nose with her index and thumb for a second and takes a deep breath.
Did you want some tea?
No, I'm fine. Water's fine. Okay. All right. So, sister, there are a few things that I need to say. I ask that you don't interrupt me and just let me say my piece. Is that fine?
Tilda kind of leans further back in the chair that she's in and just waves a hand to let it like indicate go ahead.
Okay.
Kind of thing.
All right. First of all, it goes without saying that, you know, thank you for being a good big sister to me. You always have been. And thank you for saving me from that dungeon. Now, with that being said, and I do appreciate you, I really do, but but since you're the older sister, and since mother and father had it, it was obvious that you were their star child, you were their favorite, and anybody with eyes could see that. And I know you had no control being in the spotlight, like them shifting the spotlight to you. That is no, that is not really a decision that somebody makes for themselves, and I understand that. So when you had left, I felt like you placed a really heavy burden on me, that I was supposed to pick up or glue back together the pieces you had left. You only learned about what had happened after you came back into their lives, about the divorce and everything that had transpired. And I understand why you ran away. I understand. And I know that you didn't mean to put that burden on me, or that was not your intention. I get that. I get the spotlight. I get, I get you running away. I understand why you did it. However, and yeah, I know I shouldn't have. I know I should have told mother and father about, the courtship Pierre and I was going through. And I know I should have told them about the engagement. However, I was, and I am still very angry at you. Not No, no. I am still very angry at you because there are very few things in my life that will shift the spotlight to me. And when you told mother and father about my engagement to Pierre, I felt like you were taking that spotlight away from me again. And I felt like you weren't considering my feelings. Regardless of whether you think I I should have told them sooner, I felt like that wasn't your decision to make. And I just that's why I haven't spoken to you in months, because I have felt so frustrated and angry about all of this. And it actually took me a while. It actually took Pierre and Francois to to tell me that, or to try to convince me that I should tell you how I felt, and at least hear why you did it. I'm done. I'm done. And she sits down. She, settles back into a chair, and she takes she takes her glass of water, and you see that during this whole time when she was holding that glass of water, her knuckles were white.
Mm-hmm. Tilda's very quiet for a long while. Like, um, so I will admit there is I suppose there was some favoritism from mother and father for me. I can see how that impression might have been made. And perhaps you are right in that your courtship and engagement were not announcements that I had permission or any right to announce. The fact that I didn't want you to follow in my footsteps, Rosamond, darling. Hiding things from Mama and Papa. While it ultimately worked out, it there was certainly time where it was not um I was miserable, far from home. I missed uh I missed our home. I missed you. I missed the comfort and care of our home, and I obviously I missed Theodoric. So I suppose I saw it as doing you something of a favor to take the burden away from you. I am. I am sorry. I did that. Um, and I will admit there was an element of selfishness to it, in that I wanted a calm dinner for I wanted a calm gathering of the Loyolas and the Galantras. For the first time in who knows how long. Even the elves don't remember how long our families have been fighting. And to be perfectly frank, darling, you are not good at keeping secrets. It was going to come out in one way or another eventually. Tilda kind of she's kind of fretting her hands together.
Yeah. At this point, Rosamund like says,
No. You got your chance to say your piece. I am sorry for hurting you. And now I'm done.
okay. So, so, so listen. I know you didn't want me following in your footsteps, but I am still my own person. And the decisions that I make are the decisions I make. I mean, if they seem similar to, they happen to be similar to what you did, I wasn't trying to be like you. I was making my own decisions. And yes, I am not very good at keeping secrets. But if the secret would have come out because of me, then I would have been fine with that. I would have been fine with that because, it's it was my mistake, and I will own up to my mistake. It's my, and excuse the language, it's my fuck up. But at least let me do it. Now I understand you're trying to look out for me, but I just feel like I've been in your shadow for so long that I just want, even if I make a mistake, I want it to be my mistake. I want it to be something I own. I wanted the engagement to be something I announced. I mean, I felt good. I got a little pushback about my courtship with Pierre, and I was fine with that after a few days. I just wanted to be me for once. That's all.
Well, darling, um, first of all, congratulations, you're no longer in my shadow. As you said, you are your own woman, and you are, in fact, the heir to the Galantra estate now. I'm, in marrying Theodric, I am no longer eligible to inherit. So whatever decisions you make, you are making them as your own woman and out of my shadow completely. So the fact that you decided to hide things, hide not only your courtship or your engagement, but your courtship as well. Sorry. I am sorry that came from a place of lashing out. Um, I don't know what else you want from me other than to say I am sorry, which I have already said. I cannot change the past, Rosamond. Neither our recent past nor our childhood.
I know. I know. Um, well, thank you for apologizing. And you see she's kind of starting to mull the conversation over in her head.
Mm-hmm.
Um, thank you for your apology, and thank you for your time. Um, I I need to... I need to think about things.
I understand.
How...
For what it's worth, I have been... A, I have missed you over the past few months. And B, I have been trying to give you your space. And I do appreciate you coming here and telling me your feelings. They are not easy for me to hear, but I think they are important for me to hear.
So... The reason I need to think about things is because... And this is some advice Francois actually gave me. I know you're sorry, and I know you've apologized. But I need some time to think because if I'm going to accept that apology, I need to know that I'm ready to move on from the way I feel first, because that apology would wouldn't really mean anything. I just need a little more space right now to just think now that I just need to untangle the feelings I have in my head. I don't know how else to explain it. And it's a lot of feelings going over a lot of years, honestly. Not just what just happened, but yeah. I will always support you, and I will always have your back. But I just need to untangle this mess I have in my head right now.
I understand. Thank you again for coming here.
Right. She's going to stand up.
Furthermore, for what it's worth, I will try to step back in terms of, I suppose, hovering over you in a way.
Well, you've kind of proven that already by at least giving me some space over these past few months. So, yeah. All right. Oh, yeah, before I leave, 1 second. She's going to reach over into the pack she had on the floor. And she's gonna hold out a package. It's It's from it's from me and Pierre. We didn't have time to give you this at your announcement.
Tilda takes the package and starts to open it.
Okay. It's a so it is a yellow pastel baby blanket.
Hmm.
Pierre got the wool and I crocheted it. We thought, you know, we thought yellow would be a nice color. You know, not too harsh to the eyes. I know you're more partial to blue, but
It's lovely. Thank you.
you're welcome. Um, she'll give you like a quick half hug,
Mm-hmm.
and she says, "I'll, I'll, s- I'll see you soon."
I look forward to it.
Let me know if you need anything. And she will walk out.
Mm-hmm. I think Tilda sits back down and just kind of um like kind of I'm trying to figure out how to word this, sorry. Kind of threads the blanket through her hands and kind of almost as if she was using it for comfort. Not as if, that's what she's doing. She's using it as kind of a comfort object herself. Yeah, I think she stays there for a while.
Okay. Fair.
Just thinking.
Okay. Sounds good. Alright. Zaitari.
Yo.
So, Chambers comes by. Are you probably out of the baths at this point?
Oh God, yeah. Yeah, that would. Oh my God, she'd be fucking
She's be a
wrinkled,
prune.
shriveled nothing at this point. No, she was just in there for a couple hours, like
Okay.
just switching between the baths and the steam room, and then she probably just would have went into her room in the darkness. But
Okay.
yeah, that would have been a couple days ago at this point, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
So
All right. There is a. If you're in your room, there is a knock on your door.
okay.
Zaitari. It's Tegan.
Oh, hello, dear. Come in.
Lovely to see you. How are you doing? And you know, he gives you a quick kiss on the quick kiss.
I accept it, but we'll sit up and say, I'm doing lovely. What do you want to talk about?
Um, I damn, I might as well come out and just say this.
Yes, you should.
I
Out with it. Come on, you can do it.
I left
I know you can.
I left Serena and Axe in charge of the treasure hunters in Gandharn.
Forever?
Yeah.
Okay. From what I understand, Alexandria was coming to talk to you.
Well, she can talk to them.
Okay.
Though it's it's in better hands than mine. And he kind of
Tegan.
just kind of
Tegan.
deflates when
Are
he
you...
says that.
Tegan, come now. Seriously? You're just going to say that and what? I'm not going to react. Now, given, I'm more than happy with whatever decision you want to make. You are, of course, your own man, and you were working very hard, but I do not see why it was not good enough with you.
It's I this is not an impromptu decision. I actually spoke with the both of them at length for a while. Over the past week, and I I I couldn't do it anymore. The reason the reason I was fine with being Elena's second was because I I wasn't a leader. I was fine being at the command of somebody else. I was fine doing the accounting and making whatever special like weapons or small pieces of armor and engineering whatever people needed for their job. I was fine with that. What I wasn't fine, and this may come as a shock to you, was I wasn't fine. I wasn't fine negotiating contracts that directly had to deal with the future of the guild. I wasn't fine assigning people particular contracts and knowing the dangers behind them. I wasn't fine with that responsibility, and that I was finding out was causing me the most stress. And you might not see it this way, but you know, I've always, I don't know how Elena dealt with it, but I always had it in the back of my head. What if I assigned a wrong person to the wrong contract and they didn't come back, or they, you know, the contract that I assigned to them wasn't
I'll put a finger on his mouth, make him stop talking.
okay.
Tegan, you don't have to explain yourself to me. I more than understand. You seemed extremely stressed every time I whisked you away, and they desperately wanted me to take you somewhere so that you could relax. So believe me, I'm probably happy that you're not leading the treasure hunters anymore. But will you be taking up a position there as their second, or are you just done?
I I'm not sure, honestly. Um I mean, believe it or not, can you believe that Chad has actually volunteered or is vying for the second position?
Not really.
That's
Well,
true.
no, sorry. No, it doesn't surprise me.
He's not bad at it, to be honest. But I digress. They, I still might be part of them, but Serena asked Tommy just to take all the time I need to think about it. Um, I thought maybe for a little while I can, you know, do some freelance work, building things. And if it's okay with you,
You
I
need somewhere to live, dear.
yeah.
Then I suppose the keep will have to do.
You see his shoulders just like drop, like some tension. Thank
What,
you.
did you think I was going to throw you outside into the dirt
I mean,
and say, no, you're not allowed into my bed whenever you want?
no, we've always operated on, on the standards that, we gave each other enough space and that kind of thing, and
He's gonna stay in her
Well,
room. She's gonna stay in her mansion. Fuck that guy.
listen, the keep is quite large, and even if that doesn't give us enough space, I have this nifty little spell that will give me a mansion all on my own.
Oh, I see. But
Also, you guys can keep your really loud sex in that guy. In that place.
That's very true. We have a
Thank
whole
you.
mansion to explore.
but but yeah, um, that's what I wanted to tell you.
Okay. Tegan, I swear, you really do just get so worked up over these things. Um, Unfortunately, there's not really a forge or a tinkering space here, but um, so long as we don't have anywhere that we need to go, I can set up the mansion to give you a space to work in. I just, I have to rearrange some things. Hopefully, it won't screw up the layout too bad, but I'll
If
just probably put it in the basement.
Well, if it's not too much trouble, if it's too much trouble, I've already talked to a few locals about perhaps borrowing. There's a couple of blacksmiths nearby that I can work at if it's too much trouble to rearrange things.
I don't think so. So long as you can get the facilities that you need at these blacksmiths, then why not go utilize their spaces?
Okay. Yeah, I just have to talk to him, but I don't think it will be. Hopefully, it won't be too much trouble with them. Most of them just use it, I believe, for farm equipment, anyways. And I have the more specialized instruments with me, so okay. Yeah, I yeah, I overthought. Yeah. Okay. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine.
It's quite all right, Tegan. Now, since you're here, why don't we work off all of that tension and fade to black?
Okay.
So, with the magnificent mansion, can you reform it into something else every time you cast it?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so basically, you can have a sex palace, and then you can have a workspace for Tegan, and then you can just have a regular place. Just please don't accidentally summon your sex palace when we're off on an adventure. That'll be weird.
Well, it would be hard to accidentally do it considering I have to cast it over like 10 minutes, so I would have to be deliberately thinking about it that whole time.
Just the whole time, you're like poking your memory ring, and you're like, man, remember the last time Tegan and I were in the mansion? The whole time we're casting it. And then we open the door, we're
Oh,
like, whoa.
It's just a minute, but still, I would have to be thinking about it for that whole minute.
Okay. That was okay. That's an interesting prospect. Okay. So, does anybody have anything else they want to do prior to party?
Were Shattuck and I maybe able to make a bed for the murder rabbit?
Yes, yes. You were able to find a suitable basket. And cut the handles off. Find some fabric. The Chambers had plenty on hand of different varieties. Shattuck chose the green cotton
Okay.
with a checkered pattern. She also
Nice.
Chambers also gave you some stuffing for said bed, and yeah, it's coming together.
Now that we have started feeding him a little bit of meat in his meals, is he still chasing the wildlife?
No, he is not chasing the
thank God.
wildlife.
Okay,
Um,
well,
he is still
step in the
popping
right
in and out
direction.
of existence, and still popping out at the other end of like the yard and stuff, though.
Okay, well, one thing at a time. Just don't want to be the cat. All right.
Everybody wants to eat the cat.
No,
because-
no one wants to eat the cat. It's a terrible song. Incorrect.
Mom, I have a question.
Yes, dear?
So, Moose, Moose does a lot of weird things.
Yep.
Like-
Moose is a weirdo.
Like, goes from here to there without moving, and like makes things float in the air,
Mm-hmm.
and like
Please don't say talk.
No.
He talks in my head sometimes.
Satan!
and like
Satan, thy name is Moose.
so he can't talk, right?
Aoife,
God.
have you heard him talking?
No.
Okay. That's good.
Do you think he understands us?
I think that he understands a little bit. Why?
You promise not to be mad?
Yes.
So, do you think I tried asking him, but he doesn't listen to me? Could you tell him not to make it so bright when I'm trying to go to sleep?
What?
What was that?
So, when he's like in bed and I blow out the candles, it gets dark for like a minute, but then then it's bright again.
Well, why don't we? You know what we could do? What if we move Moose's bed into the closet? Because maybe he's scared of the dark. And so maybe that's why he makes it bright. And we wouldn't want him to be scared. So if we were to move him somewhere where he can have his bright light while he sleeps, and you can have, darkness like a normal sleeping person, then that way you could both get along.
But then,
Because I don't.
but then he'll just blow open the door all the again, like he usually does.
Oh my god, what the fuck is this rabbit?
I would like to tell her. Just hold on a moment. I need to. I would like to go into town and hire a fucking druid and be like, "Excuse me, I need you to have a conversation with my daughter's magic rat for me."
I mean, you do know a druid.
Oh yeah. Iskin's friendo. I don't know their current situation. I don't know if they're in a relationship or they're just making eyeballs at each other or what. Yeah. God, what's his name? Big guy.
Leo.
Leo. I was gonna say Wyo and just make some O sounds. Okay. I will see if Raine can get in touch with her brother and see if they would like to have a nice little picnic.
Powwow.
Yep.
Did you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay,
Now I can.
It's not being
Yeah.
for some reason, so I'm like, I don't know if it's on or not.
Yeah, now we can, yeah. I mean, you could talk to Raine about it.
Raine, dear.
Yes, Melanie.
So Shattuck just came to me and asked if there was a way that I could ask the rabbit to stop making it so bright while she was sleeping.
Making it bright.
You do know that you brought a magic rabbit into our home, right? A magic
I can't-
carnivorous rabbit. Did
He
you?
was
The other day she brought frogs into our home, and I was like, "Oh, that's so cute. Let's take them outside." And then I look behind her, and it just makes eye contact with me while munching on the fucking rabbit. Just ate it, cold face, staring at my face.
I mean, well, frog legs are like a delicacy, you know.
It was still moving around. Well, it was not moving around anymore. It had stopped moving, but it had moved recently. Apparently, she
Suppose
having hard.
you had to talk about, you know, animals, circle of life, all that.
I did not specifically tell her that one of her pets had killed her friend frog. I did just say, you know, frogs get eaten by a lot of creatures. That was why she had him in her dress anyway. So, you know, it was in it. But anyway, so we need to tell the rabbit that he makes it too bright at night, and also that he keeps opening doors with his mind, and so that's why we can't put him in the closet where it's dark. So look, I was wondering if you would see if your brother would maybe bring his boyfriend, and we could, you know, maybe have a conversation with the rabbit.
I'll talk to Iskin and see if we can get him and Leo out here to check it out. And if that doesn't work,
Do we know anyone who can speak with animals other than Leo? Like, is there... am I forgetting anybody?
anyone else really in particular?
Well, we don't know where the hell Bittersweet is. Okay, I had this weird niggling feeling that Zaitari was there in the background, just mumbling something at the back of my head or something. I don't know. Anyway. She does sometimes. I guess sometimes she does learn different spells sometimes. I guess I could ask her before I make you get Iskin.
I don't think so. I heard Tegan was around, and well, you know what that means.
Oh, yeah, they're probably just banging it out the whole time. That's a good point. Yeah, we wouldn't want to bother her. Would you see if they want to come for dinner?
I will do that, and I will get in contact with Iskin.
If I see Zaitari on one of her weird hydration breaks when she comes and drinks all the liquid in the pantry, I'll see if she happens to know it. But yeah, she's just so thirsty, and it's disconcerting. She's usually very sweaty.
I mean, there's like dozens of rooms in that mansion. Yeah, we gotta break them all in.
Oh yeah, that's it resets itself every time we go in there, right?
I hope so.
I hope so too. Can be just so much cum in that place. All right. Anyway, let's. I'll let you send your message, and I'll if I see Zaitari, I'll, you know, see if she knows the spell as well. And I don't blame you for bringing a murder rabbit into our home, except for a little bit.
Well, hopefully it's a very protective murder rabbit, and that could come in useful.
I guess, but it's still a rabbit.
Is it? Is it really?
No, it's not. It's obviously not. I watched it eat a frog. Apparently, it was chasing squirrels and a bird. I don't know where on this thing it is in the fucking food chain. I was gonna say meat cycle, but I knew that wasn't right. That sounds like a bad version of a washing machine.
See, and I was thinking it sounds like a bad version of a bicycle.
Oh, both sound terrible. You would have to use the meat cycle of the washing machine after using the meat cycle to get around.
Oh, bunch of link sausages as the tires.
As the chain, yeah.
Tires are two big things of salami, just flopping. Blorp, blorp. It sounds like something somebody would do just to make vegans angry.
T-bone handlebars.
Goodness.
Where did this go wrong?
Oh,
um,
It went wrong at the word meat cycle.
yeah.
yeah, I would like to get in contact with Iskin and see if he wants to go, see his godchild niece, and go to the
How are you gonna
community.
get in contact with him?
Um, I'm not... Does Tilda usually pack sending, or does she?
Tilda always has sending.
Oh,
Okay.
Is
yeah, yeah, okay, you hear all. I mean, Aoife hears all of this.
For the first time in her life, she's thankful to be an orphan.
Probably.
I'll go see Tilda then. Let's do that. That'll be fun.
I mean, you could see if Zaitari's taking one of her sex breaks again. There was one like 3 hours ago, so I think there's not another for like 5 hours. It's long sometimes.
Zaitari and Tegan are currently in the dining room having lunch.
I would just like to point out that this may or may not actually be happening, and Melanie just might be just being an asshole.
Oh no, I know. I'm just saying. Like if you wanted to, like
Yeah.
if you were walking around, you would see that Tegan and Zaitari are chatting and having lunch.
Zaitari, hey, I was just thinking about you. I had this little feeling in my
Hopefully not in a weird way.
Well,
Nope, was not thinking about a weird sex mansion. It's fine. Do you know how to talk to animals? I mean, like for realsies, not just like bad dog, drop it, but like, hey, buddy, what's your name? And stuff.
I can. I just need to sleep on it and unthink about one thing and then think about another, and I guess I can do it.
So, gonna be honest, I kind of need somebody to maybe talk to the rabbits that Raine brought home.
Why?
It keeps making it too bright for Shattuck to sleep, and we can't put it in the closet because it opens all the doors.
What?
Did we not tell you that it's a magical rabbit? Because it teleports all over the place.
No. We knew that it could teleport. I figured it had magic like a blink dog. Not
no.
like... Oh shit, it's a fully magical fucking rabbit.
So far to date, I have seen it levitate. I literally put it in a bag. It was fine. I have seen it teleport. I have heard now that apparently if Shattuck turns the lights off, it just makes it bright again. Sounds kind of like that light spell that you guys use. And apparently it'll just open doors when it wants them to be open. Just pops them right open. So,
Okay, yeah, sure. I'll think about it. By the way, Tegan will be living here.
Oh.
Permanently or otherwise, not quite sure yet.
You
But,
see Tegan wave. Hello,
Tegan.
Melanie.
If you see the rabbit actively eating a cat, please stop it. And don't tell my daughter.
Of course.
If you see it eating a frog, it's not news. That's happened already.
Okay.
So
By the way, did you still want that cannon that shoots swords? I'm trying.
obviously.
I'm working on the physics. I think I almost have it.
Honestly, it could even be more like a ballista that shoots swords, I suppose, in the end. But regardless.
So
no, we definitely want it to be a cannon, Tegan.
Okay. I was just gonna say, okay.
Cannon or bust.
Okay. Because I almost have the physics on that working.
But I mean,
I understand.
Melanie, we knew that the Almirage could, well, ate meat. It's not surprising that it hunts. It has a horn. It's going to hunt.
No, deer have horns. You don't see deer out there fucking gnawing on turtles. That's
They
not
have
the way things
antlers.
work.
They have antlers, not a horn on their head.
What? the Mirage has a horn on antlers.
It has a horn on its head, not antlers.
Oh,
It's not a
I
jackalope.
forgot what it looked like apparently.
Regardless, it's not surprising that it hunts, but if we can assure it that it gets enough meat from us, it
Oh,
shouldn't do
we've
that.
started feeding it chicken from the pantry and it's doing better now.
Good. We should probably keep feeding it a balanced diet of mostly meat with some vegetables. But
That's
honestly, and I can't remember if Melanie opened the conversation with this or not, but I'm just going to assume that at some point she did because I can't remember. I do think the idea of bringing Leo and Iskin over is a good idea. Especially Leo, he might know more about Almirage than any of us do. So
that's the thing. I figured even if you can talk to them, you might not be able to communicate as well because you're not, all animally.
well, I can still speak to animals, and I don't really think that Leo's going to be able to do anything else super special. I mean, I'm just making assumptions. I don't really know all the things that a druid can do, but I'm just saying from a knowledge standpoint, Leo might know more. I can at least talk
Okay,
to
yes.
it, and we can try to communicate to the fact that it's to brighten Shaddock's room when she is sleeping.
I just had an amazing idea. Tegan,
Yeah.
I need you to make the most amazing present for my daughter. I would like to sketch out.
Please.
Hold on, please,
Please.
please, very much, please. I'm just very excited. Hold on, I had a brain bubble. What did they call those? Ideas. Uh. So hold on a second. Let me, Lynn, find. So what I would like to work with Tegan and make is I would like to adjust Moose's house so that when he lights up, it puts colored lights all over the place, like the best goddamn bunny fueled night light of all time.
So Tegan will look at it and he says, "Huh. Um. Yeah, I think I can make it work. Yeah, that shouldn't take long at all."
All right, we just need to have a way that Moose can get in and out really easily, and maybe make a little like a curtain that he can pop right through, so he doesn't have to open the door. And then he can be shiny, and she can sleep, and you'll have the coolest bedroom ever.
Bunny flap. Go in and out.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, he's the size of a rabbit. He's a rabbit-sized Almirage, right? Just regular rabbit size.
Yes, he's regular rabbit size. He's
All right,
not any bigger than any other Almirage.
Yeah, he's not the size of a Flemish rabbit. Those are really, really regular rabbit. Okay, I can get on that.
That big.
Do you want a hand? Would if I were to help you, would we be able to do it sooner so she
No.
can sleep?
It's a small device, so I should be fine on my own. It's actually rather simple project, but yeah, I can get that done, no problem.
Ah, marvelous. Have Zaitari kiss you later for me, but not for me. But you've got this. Finger guns. I would like everyone to know that Melanie both makes and says finger guns and then walks away.
By the way, Melanie, you are more than welcome to hug Tegan. I do not have monopoly over that.
Don't think we're there yet, Teagues.
I guess I'll just kiss him for you then, because that's not weird.
I did give him both visual and audible finger guns, so you're welcome, okay?
And a new nickname.
Yeah. Welcome to living in the keep, buddy.
Oh. Well, Teagues,
made a
how's your
huge
first
mistake.
day of living in the keep?
Hell, this is. That'll be fine.
Okay.
Alright. So, are you still you guys are still contacting Iskin via sending via somebody?
Yeah, because I'd still like to get somebody to talk about and or to the Almirage, but this might be a freaking adorable answer. So still letting this happen.
Okay.
So yes
My
to both. We are still
concern-
talking to them.
My concern
Right.
is that the Almirage might have enlarge reduce and will break that little nightlight because it doesn't want to be
We will have a conversation
confined.
If this
about the fact.
Almirage can cast... Oh, wait, no. Levitate is a level 2 spell. Shit. Okay, yeah, we need to talk to this rabbit.
Yeah, yeah. I don't really want some just rogue bunny just casting whatever the hell he wants in my daughter's bedroom.
All right. So sending to Iskin to have dinner and bring Leo.
Yeah, who are you talking to about the sending?
I said Raine will go to Tilda.
Yeah, okay. Well, I wasn't sure if that was still a thing you were doing or anyway. So is this the same day as when Rosamond came over?
Yeah, I think it's the same day because Tegan came over the same day.
Right. Then you find Tilda in one of the sitting rooms holding a yellow crocheted baby blanket and with a furrowed brow, kind of looking off into the middle distance.
Good afternoon, Tilda.
Oh. Oh.
You're right. I tried not to sneak up on you.
You're so God's darned quiet.
Blessing
Sorry, what'd you say?
a blessing and a curse.
Yes, I'm sure. Was there something you needed from me?
Actually, yes.
Young man.
Interesting interactions with Moose. That is what Shattuck has decided to name our the Almirage. By the way, just in case you're wondering. He's a quite an interesting little creature, and he's now lighting up the room at night and just having trouble sleeping. So we thought maybe we should get someone to talk to. We were thinking Leo, if you could send a message to Iskin and ask him to bring Leo along. We'd like to have a meal with him and discuss our little Almirage problem.
The Almirage is lighting up Shattuck's room when she's trying to sleep. That's
Yeah,
really quite rare.
lighting up a room, levitating, teleporting, and throwing the door open occasionally, from what I understand.
I've heard of Almirages having these sorts of powers, but I've never seen one. I mean, there are stories, but
This is the
that's
one we
quite
brought back.
fascinating. That's quite a fascinating pet you've brought back for.
Where are
Shattuck.
these?
What'd you say?
Where are they? I messed.
Yeah. DM.
DM is cat feeding. Oh no, she's back.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm
back.
back. So what was the question?
How rare are magical Almirage?
Um,
Because I'm just Tilda kind of. I'm just riffing here.
they're pretty rare. I mean, like you've heard that some very lucky kids in your circles have had like there's rumors that maybe one or two people that you've heard had
Had
them for
one, yeah.
pets. Yeah. Still to be proven. It's like one of those like rumor, one of those like um not rumors. One of those like my
Kinda.
uncle works at Nintendo type of deals. Um, like that. Something to brag about, but have you actually seen them? No.
Mm.
But you know that some wizards will have maybe one for a familiar. So
Right.
that's not out of the realm of possibility.
So Tilda will kind of explain, oh, rumors that one or two of my peers had them for pets when we were children, but even though they had mirages, it was never really proven that they were magical. You know. So
Wizard to the long list of rogue warrior who would
mhm.
Chaddock will be.
Warlocks can have familiars.
Yes. Anyone can have a familiar, really, in the grand scheme of things.
True. It's just mostly spellcasters.
Yeah. Tilda will all right, I've got 25 words. So hello, Iskin. I'm calling on behalf of your sister. She and Melanie would like for you and Leo to come to the keep and eat.
Um, uh, Sounds good. Can be there tonight if that's cool, or you want us to come later?
He says he can be here tonight if that's cool. Would you prefer later or tonight?
We could do tonight. Let's get this before we have another
Instant.
event.
Raine says tonight. She and Melanie also have a favor to ask of Leo. Something to do with an almirage that Shattuck has for pet.
And you just hear, and there it is. Okay, we'll be there tonight.
I'm assuming that we occasionally have our NPC friends over other than when we need them, but that's just an assumption.
Nah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, who?
They're just chilling in the wings, waiting for us to call upon them.
They don't exist unless we ask them to.
Yep.
Nothing happens
Tilda.
off screen.
Thank you, Tilda. Is there anything I could do for you? Any herbs from the garden or anything to help with if you're having any?
No, I'm not really that nauseous. Most days, anyway.
Bought me a shit ton of crap.
What?
Also, Theo basically bought you an apothecary, but
Yeah, exactly. Although could I get your advice on something?
of
This is
course,
probably a mistake.
it's entirely possible. But you don't have to listen to it, obviously.
So, and Tilda will start telling you about how Rosamond was, like the whole shtick, the the dinner that
You announced
Rosamond,
your engagement.
yeah,
She is the
exactly, and
top.
then Rosamond's uh, feelings of anger and frustration and about being sort of uh, second best in their parents' eyes, kind of thing, um, overshadowed by Tilda. And then kind of end with she says she needs more time to think. And I'm wondering, do you think there was anything else I could have done to
Make up for it.
yes.
Raine kind of rocks back on her heels for a second and thinks. I mean, I think I get where she's coming from. Doesn't like being overshadowed. I don't think
Well,
there's really anything else you could do, Tilda. I think you're doing the right thing. I think anything you do to, and actually uses air quotes here, force the issue, will just seem like, trying to control the situation again. She's gonna like you making the decision for her, and if you try to make the decision for her again, it's just gonna reinforce what she thinks. Did she give you that? And she points to the blanket.
yes, for the baby. She crocheted it herself.
Around. She already is. I think as long as you're clear that you're willing to work on whatever she has an issue with, she'll get there. And it's hard to stay mad at family, especially when there's a little one on the way. Makes everything else seem unimportant.
Thank you for some sensible advice. Surprising.
I do like to keep people surprised. Anyway, I'll see you around, Tilda.
Mhm.
And I walk away.
Mm.
Does Tilda hear a haunting kazoo melody drift from the hallway?
I look back. It's not my fault.
I don't recognize that song, so
I don't either, but I don't recognize most songs, so.
It's the Sailor Moon theme song.
I see.
Oh, it's been too many years. I wouldn't
Yeah,
recognize
same.
it.
Yeah, I was gonna say it, but I'm currently up away from my desk and couldn't hit the push to talk. So
Find chat, I can distract her from the kazoo through play of some sort.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's easy to do. Okay. Um.
Now, Shadow, this is a knife.
What do you have? A knife! No!
That's a great video.
So yeah, Leo and Iskin do come by in the evening for dinner.
I would like to go into town and get some sort of like nice bourbon or something
Oh.
as like a thank you present for them.
Yeah, sure. That's totally doable and no problem.
And just be like, when they
More to-
come, I'll say, Iskin, Leo, it was, we wanted to see you anyway. The favor, I do apologize that was part of the reason for the timing, but thank you in advance. And I kind of hand them the bag and just thank you. Later tonight, we'll talk to the Almirage and see if we can kind of work on some of the.
Leo puts up a hand and he says, "It's quite all right. I believe Iskin was ribbing you. Is that the term?" And Iskin's like, "Yeah." Nope. Don't
now
worry
he
about
gets to regret it because we have the recital.
Well, have you ever seen an Almirage before, Leo?
I have actually.
Was it the magical kind?
Well, most out is it not the case that the Almirages, a lot of them do have magical abilities.
So far, we've seen this one levitate, teleport, open doors, and apparently make light.
Oh, I see.
The light is the issue. Apparently, Shattuck tries to go to bed at night and it just lights up the whole room. I have a little bit of a thing that Tegan's working on for that, and I thought maybe we could talk to the Almirage and be like, hey, buddy, maybe we're going to go in your little house and then we're going to light it up so that, Shattuck can sleep in the dark and you can sleep in the light. Everyone can be happy.
Okay.
So...
would you like me to speak with this? Leo says, "Would you like me to speak with this Almirage now?"
Well, I was hoping that Tegan would have his bed done first. So let me go and find Tegan and see if that's done, or if it's not, then maybe we'll do so after dinner.
Okay.
And I will go find Tegan.
Okay. Where's Tegan?
sorry, I was still AFK. I'm back. Not like I was far, but still, I just had to quick step it. I don't know. He's his own man. We can't bang all day.
Have you tried? No.
Listen, he's a man. He has to take breaks, okay?
True, they have a recharge.
They do, yeah. He's probably hanging around outside actually.
Tegan.
Oh, yes.
So did you happen to be able to make that bed thing? You said it'd be kind of easy, and so I didn't know if it was maybe something you already had a chance to do. If not, that's fine. Totally fine.
Yeah. So I think I have it's a prototype. I can improve it if you wish. Um, so he takes out a little, like, it looks like a little half eggshell, and there are stars and moons covered. It's not, how do I say this? Uh, constellation accurate. I can make it so.
Oh,
So she has
no,
like a
that's
learning tool as well.
that's probably fine. Maybe some sort of distant future we can do that, but I don't think she really needs to learn about the constellations too much yet. Mostly I just kind of want to make sure that I was thinking that, if you had that prototype, then we can kind of show the Almirage, like, hey buddy, this is the bed we want you to sleep in. And since Leo's here, we can be like, hey, you can talk to him and we can kind of like make sure that it's, you know.
um. Okay. But yeah. I can. Yeah. But this is the first prototype. Like I said, I think I'll work on a more hexagonal shape one. I think it would. Anyways, see how this works out first, and then we can go from there.
Thank you, Tegan. Thank you so much. Honestly, this is marvelous. Hearty handshake.
Sure.
Give him a hearty but restrained for me handshake. Don't want to hurt the man.
Yep. All right.
And
Well,
then I scamper away, prototype in hand, and go find Moose and Leo.
Okay.
yeah, while Melanie's doing that, Aoife's gonna snoop on the new guys because she doesn't know who they are.
Okay.
So she's just gonna be like in the doorway, just arms crossed, just looking.
Oh. You haven't met Iskin, have you?
Mm-mm.
Iskin looks at in your direction and looks at Raine. You guys have a new visitor?
Oh, this is Aoife. She's joined us recently for continued learning opportunities.
Ah, I see.
My primary job is babysitter.
Oh, that happened once.
It happens like every day.
Oh, maybe.
Iskin, like, steps up and says, Iskin, I'm Raine's younger brother. Nice to meet you.
Hello, fellow youth.
This is my boyfriend Leo, and Leo like puts a hand out. Yeah.
Hello,
Greetings.
fellow youth.
Pleasure to meet you. Um. So,
Why are you here?
Leo says apparently I'm here to speak to an Almirage.
Oh yeah, because can just get a cat or something.
Dog plan.
Yeah.
Nice normal dog. Teach
Right,
it
it
to
just
play
looks kind of
fetch.
Yeah. But yeah, it's Leo says it's nice to meet you. Where do you hail from? If you don't mind me asking.
Literally nowhere.
Ah, I see.
But that's fine. There's been a lot of people in and out of this place here recently. Are we sure this is a keep and not a hotel?
Iskin says, well, knowing them, they pick up a lot of. They're really open to strangers. Now that you mention it.
Yeah.
Weirdos. I think the word you're looking for was weirdos.
Iskin says, I was going to say eccentric to be polite, but sure, we can go with weirdos. I mean, you did pick up a magical unicorn bunny, though. You're not helping.
I did. No.
Leo looks at your it's kind of giving you he's a Goliath, so he's kind of like giving you the look, well, down mostly, and he says, you have lovely rings.
Oh, thank you.
And Leo's dressed very like traditional druid, lots of like wooden and like bone jewelry himself, so
Yeah.
he's got that aesthetic going on.
Yeah. I dig your vibe.
Oh.
Scavenger.
Thank you
I'm
very
into
much.
it.
And
It
like a
helps.
long, luxurious mane of hair, right?
Yeah. It helps me communicate with the spirits of
Hmm.
of nature.
Yeah, I don't do a whole lot of communicating. Um, I'm probably a little bit closer to Raine in regards to how I get to know people. Except I don't stab.
Ah,
On it.
I see. I myself turn into animals. So,
That's pretty sick. I cannot do that.
well, I cannot stab many times very rapidly like Rain can, but the animal forms have its use.
Yeah, I can fall from kind of high up. That's like my party trick.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's great. And Melanie's got some temperament problems, and when she needs to, let it out, she just throws me out a window repeatedly.
Is that
It's a very healthy relationship, I assure you. Have you met Shattuck? She's mastering the kazoo, and I think she'd love to give you a performance.
Oh, I would they've seen Shaq before, but we've met, but I have not seen this performance. Leo says I have not seen this performance with this kazoo you speak of.
Oh, you're in for a treat.
Mm.
Let me assemble the band.
As she leaves to go assemble the band, which sounds fucking ominous. How many kazoos are you gonna get? Anyway, you see Melanie run in holding the Almirage bed and just looking fucking ecstatic. Oh, okay. Now we just need the moose.
I thought we were speaking to an Almirage, says Leia.
Yes. Yes.
It's moose.
The creature's named Moose. I see. You're
Shadow's choice.
ah. I
So-
mean, okay. That's a. Leo just blinks at the odd name. So where is the Almirage?
I'm going to go acquire it and Shattuck, and we'll all work together. And so Leo, and I'll show him. I'm assuming that Tegan gave me the basics of like, here's the bun flap, here's
Yeah, just
the rest of it.
Yeah,
I
pretty
mean,
much just like
that's basically it.
open this flap. It goes in.
Yeah. So, so Leo, the big thing is, Moose. When Shattuck turns off the light, Moose lights everything up. So I had Tegan design this adorable little bed, and if Moose lights it up in here, it puts pretty lights, just little star lights, not big bright lights, all over the place, just adorable. In theory, it has not actually been tested, so I just need to kind of let him know that when he wants to sleep and he wants it to be bright and not be in the dark, he can go in this little flap right here, and then he can light up his little home and not the whole room. That way Shadow can sleep, he can sleep, everyone's happy.
I think I understand. Okay, I got it. Meanwhile, Iskin is with you, Rain, and Iskin's like, so this is your life now, isn't it?
I literally have no idea how it happened.
I think I'll be saying that if I ever adopt kids.
I mean,
Oh, just
not
hope we
that
don't die.
but yeah, I had no idea how this happened. If you had asked me a year ago, a little more than a year ago, I would have called you crazy. But
I mean, you called me that regardless.
but like I would have meant it.
Okay. Alright. So Melanie, you find the Almirage with Shattuck. She is currently throwing medallions of carrots into the air, and then Moose is hopping or slash levitating in the air, trying to catch said medallions of carrot.
This is a completely normal thing, I guess. All right. Shattuck, Moose.
Mm?
I have a surprise for both of you that Tegan worked on. I gave him some ideas, and he is so good at making things. And we have a friend here. His name is Leo. It's your Uncle Iskin's boyfriend. And we have a very interesting modification to Moose's bed that we think will make everyone very happy. So if you want to come down and bring Moose, and we'll all head down to the parlor. I don't know where everyone is.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So you guys head down. Moose is on Shadlock's head as you guys make your way down.
That's
And
acceptable.
so Leo, all right. Speak with. All right. So Leo is going to cast speak with animals on himself. And
Okay.
he turns to you and says, "Okay, so you want me to explain to him how to use this? Any other questions you have for him?"
Can you understand us when we talk?
I'll ask him that.
I
and
might have others if he says yes. I don't know.
Okay. And he starts. He gets down. Well, Shadow, takes him off. Moose takes Moose off her head, puts Moose onto the ground. Leo, like, kind of lays on the ground on his stomach to get to eye level with Moose, and he starts. He starts. You hear like growls and clicks coming from Leo, and you see Moose slowly tilts his head until his ears flop to one side, and he looks at the device, and he looks back at you guys, and you see Leo open the flap, and he goes in. A few seconds later, you see the inside of the sky projector illuminate, and there are stars. Well, if it was dark, you'd see the stars and the moon shapes on the wall, but you see this intense bright light coming from the cover.
Give Leo don't give Leo a carrot. That might be very mean. I mean, give Moose a carrot. Let him know that he did a good job.
You see that Shaq fishes out a carrot and sticks it into the sky projector. Um, Moose then eats the carrot, hops back out, and Leo asks him something. You see Leo like do the same motions, and Leo looks up at you and says, yes, he can understand. He can understand you sometimes."
Weird. Ask him if there's anything he wants us to know. Please.
And when Leo asks his question, he just blinks a few times, and then he slowly looks up at you guys. Moose says that as long as he's not around snake ladies, he's okay.
Exactly.
He doesn't like snake ladies, apparently.
Yeah, that's fine. We don't have a lot of those around, I don't think.
Okay. He conveys this, and Moose starts thumping hit one of his rear legs.
Shattuck, is there anything that you would like Leo to tell Moose for you?
I love him.
Well, she looks like she's thinking hard. I really like him, and I hope we can become best friends.
My God, so cute.
So Leo nods, conveys that to Moose. Moose hops over to Shaddock and maneuvers his horn so he doesn't impale her leg with the unicorn horn, and just gives her a tiny headbutt.
Oh my God, so cute.
You see Moose. You see Leo blink a few times. I'm going to. I'm gonna ask him something if it's okay with the both of you.
You're the one that can speak with animals. We literally cannot stop you.
Okay. And he crouches down again and he asks, and you see Moose like look at him quizzically and start like going into a long chitter. All right, and then Leo comes back up. Leo says, I wanted him to clarify about the snake lady.
Assuming that he didn't like snakes because he's, looks like a rabbit.
No. I wanted to clarify something. And I think I got the clarification. Your little friend doesn't like Medusas for some reason.
Does anyone? What? What? Will you ask him if he's seen any of those recently?
Leo says he hasn't recently, but where he was from, he saw one all the time.
Where was he originally from?
He was at the fucking
Druid
convent.
The druid compound.
Yeah, but was that where he was originally from?
Point.
I mean, I don't know that they would know where he's originally from, and I mean, it's not like he knows maps.
Leo says, do you want me to ask him, like, where these people took him from? If they did take him from somewhere?
Sure.
Yeah, if you could describe where he was from.
Alright. Okay. Huh. Okay. Well, Leo says, it sounds like he was in a very, very humid, hot area. Jungle-like. It does sound like the wilds. But then he describes a very big forest area. I think it's but it was, people took care of it. So I'm going to assume garden. It's the best way I can interpret it. Some big garden with a Medusa. And and apparently the birds did things for the gardener or the person who took care of the garden. I'm not sure. It's very hard to make out. Especially when I can't get a name of he doesn't even know like names of places or whatnot.
Right. There'd be no way that he would. Huh. Okay, well, thank you for that. We'll might ask somebody about what might be guarded by a Medusa. Huh. Well, let him know that we'll do our best to make sure that he doesn't have to deal with any snake ladies anymore.
Will do. When he's told that, he looks very excited.
Hey, Leo, thank you.
You're welcome. There was no trouble at all. Anytime. Right, Iskin? And Iskin's like, yeah, anytime.
I will give Moose a little head scratch. Like, just good boy.
Mm-hmm.
And I will ask Shadak to help me take the bed up to her room and kind of put it wherever she wants it in the room, so that tonight they'll be able to both sleep peacefully.
All right.
With the most adorable rabbit-fueled stars.
Okay. You see Shadak says, Auracia! And Moose has already blinked dimension doored up the stairs.
Moose, that's cheating. That's you. Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Leo kind of scratches his head. I don't know if he understands the concept of cheating.
That's fair. It was more for me than for him. It's
Have that in
yeah.
common, I suppose.
Alright, it's late, so I guess we'll end it here.